All right, I think we are ready to go into Courtesy Flush. There we are. We're on Courtesy Flush, live on the internet now forever. Now people know that whatever you're going to say next is a part of the internet record. So be careful. Right? No.
We live in a society.
Oh, God, no. We don't. We really don't. I don't see any evidence of that. Welcome to the Courtesy Flush. Tonight, we're going to be playing a game called Shadowrun, which is a game located in a world of shadows and people running. Lots of cardio in this game. And joining us, of course, is the DM, Mr. Goat, who is going to be running us through this shadow.
Hell yes.
Yes. And then also joining us is Psydoc, who is going to be playing a cult member. You guys have not seen him on stream yet, but he's playing a cult, not member, cult leader.
Excuse me, yes.
Yes. Excuse me. I want to be known as a cult leader, of course.
I'm the leader, not a peasant.
Exactly. And then also joining us is Leo, who's going to be playing a character I totally forgot. What is your character?
His name is Tapo. That's his street name, at least. And he's the perhaps only remaining genuine ninja in the 2070s.
Oh, so he's a ninja.
Yes.
So he's doing a lot of Naruto running? Is that what we're going to see tonight?
No, he vehemently avoids associating with the term due to all the undue intention it brings.
I'm just going to say we're going to see a lot of that. So anyway, let's go over to the screen. We're going to watch this horrible decision unfold, because you guys don't realize what we're actually going to be doing tonight, because I don't think we've ever explained it. So, Mr. Goat, while I put on the music, tell us exactly what we're going to be doing and how horrible it is.
What's up, chummers? Hang on. It's November 20th, 2072. Acid snow is starting to fall in Seattle. It's going to be a harsh winter. But it may be a harsher winter yet for the Shadow community. All over the news, someone's been making waves in a way that makes even the most hardened, cybered up street samurai nervous. It's not a troll, it's not some corp, it's not even a dragon. It's a Karen. Danielle de Lamar, an old money European aristo with nothing better to do, has decided to take it up upon herself to essentially change the Matrix as we know it. Instead of being a peer-to-peer, free, open, extremely exploitable system, she's lobbying for the corporations to step in and end this. She's lobbying for the corporations to set up special different grids, so only people with real sins who are integrated into society, or better yet, the mega corporations, have preferential access. She's lobbying for the communications protocols to change, so not any dipshit with a smartphone and some code they buy on a pirateware site can hack into anything with relative ease. Instead, everyone would have to spend thousands of new yen on top of the line cyber decks, like it's the 2050s or something, back when everything was wired. And the worst part is, people are eating it up. The sheeple don't realize that she's just doing what the megacorps want to do, because she's cloaking this in terms of thinking of the children, of having a secure society, of ensuring the existence of megacorporations and a future for overt control of information. Well, maybe they're not thinking so much about the last part. But regardless, the corporate court has jumped on this opportunity, as they see this as an opportunity to expand their power over their own parent corporations. Instead of just being a way to settle disputes, establishing an actual grid system over the Matrix would allow the corporate court to watch over everything going on in the Matrix with the eyes of God, that is, Grid Overwatch Division. Under this proposed new system, any illegal action over the Matrix would eventually be traced and allow God to come down and fist fuck any hackers off of the network and then immediately drop their location. Now, would this actually lead to every hacker everywhere getting caught and tracked down and put in a party van every time? Well, no, absolutely not. But It would make the runners' jobs a whole lot harder, and perhaps more importantly for those who believe in the cause, it would make it a lot harder for the average sheeple, wage slave, comic book reader, TV watcher to realize what's really going on in the shadows of their skyscrapers and corporate arcologies. Corporations don't want that, but they, at least right now, can't act overtly. So they're playing along. They're acting like Lamar is an independent agent, and they're humoring her. They're inviting her to come and talk about what they should do, which gives any neo-anarchist, which gives more protest powers than any neo-anarchist can dream of. And inevitably, whenever she comes to speak at some mega corporation, they have some gray-haired eminence come out and greet her, thank her for sharing the information she's provided, and indicate they're willing to open up a dialogue with her and the corporate court on various matters. To the general populace, Delamar seems like an independent voice who's bringing various matrix powers together to shape the network of the future. To those in the know, of course, she's a pawn in putting a fake populist sheen on activities that the court has long wanted to move on. Obviously, the Shadow community generally does not support Delamar's goals, and she's not gone out of her way to enlist them in her work either, as she finds people like us, or more correctly, like you, distasteful. The Shadows, and particularly the neo-anarchist groups such as Black Star and anarchist Black Cross, Black Crescent, have gone out of their way to stop her. These efforts generally fall into one or two areas, either interfering with her network of support she's trying to build, or good old-fashioned character assassination. Tonight, our runner team is being hired to do the latter. Danielle Delamar is to meet with Ares Seattle director Bradford Nice in their Bellevue fortified burbclave HQ. The runners are to replace Bradford Nice, pose as him, and watch her do her presentation to Ares Seattle, and then accompany her to a night on the opera. And somehow, they're either going to convince her to change her mind, assassinate her character, brainwash her, or, as a last resort, silence her. It won't be easy. Delamar has the best bodyguards money can buy, short of Shadowrunners, as a corporate court which has infinite money is bankrolling her. These guys are wired up, switched up, crazy motherfuckers who shoot first and let the lawyers handle the inevitable legal action and litigation later. But our runners are, if not the best in the business, the ones that are crazy enough to take on a job like this. The payout if they succeed is immense. For Teppo, he only wanted cash. 10 million Nuyen, enough to permanently live in luxury until the end of days. For MC, he wants a Black Star to send several of their network of informants and underlings to him, preferably the ones who are in it for the money and the business more so than the cause. For Hikura, what did Hikura want as a reward again?
He wants money.
No, Hikura, the culty.
Hikuro just wishes a favor to have contacts.
Right. He wants to have Black Star in his pocket.
Yes.
So he can continue his neo-primitive free love cult in relative peace.
Sorry. Totally legitimate religion, thank you.
Of course. So you're all meeting up in this nice furnished apartment in Bellevue. Across the street, you can see endless retail sprawl and Ares HQ looming over the skyline. Right now, it's 5 a.m. The workday for Ares begins, for Bradford Nice begins at 9. You double check and triple check your new fake identities, which can be whatever the hell you want, as long as it's not stupidly high ranking. Pretty much any non-crazy unique gear you'll be able to get procured for you. And now you just need to figure out how the hell you're going to whack some high-level Ares executive and pose as him and his assistant convincingly.
Right. So I believe the original plan was to hit him up on the eve of the opera, where he would be preparing in
Yes.
his loft or apartment or wherever, where we basically just infiltrate his apartment, knock him out, we pose as him, walk out. Nobody's any the wiser that we've just replaced him.
Yes, that was exactly right.
Okay, so you have Bradford Nice's address. The anarchists are able to provide that for you, and it's this highly fortified luxury penthouse, basically like the entire top floor, and then the floor below it of another high rise out here in Bellevue, which is this luxurious suburban area of Seattle. Security is tough. Bradford has an executive security team accompanying him at all times. And there's patrol, magic, paranormal critters, spirits, on-site hackers, what have you. If money can buy it, it's there as far as security goes. So what's your plan for getting in there?
I believe it was to pose as Ares security or whatever details assigned to escort him to the
Yeah.
opera. So we can get in close. Then we find some way to isolate ourselves with him in his bedroom, preferably. We temporarily disable any communications going in or out. We bag him and tag him. Basically, just make sure one of us is disguised as him. Then we walk out without anyone else any the wiser.
Okay, so you're able to get clearances for professionals from Ares Executive Protection, but you're not gonna falsify the identity for one of his personal bodyguards. That would be too much for short notice like this.
Right.
So that's pretext for you to get in the building. It's a maybe pretext enough to get into his room, but that might raise some eyebrows.
As another option, though, a risky one, I could try to also knock out one of his personal bodyguards, then use some of my wear as well as some other gear I can take on site to disguise as him while there, and then use that as a pretext to get even closer to him. Again, the situation gets more complicated the more people we have to knock out and disguise ourselves as. But I think we can spare a single bodyguard and the guy and the main target.
Gentlemen, the complexity is, well, impressive. When did we get to the point where we just go to the opera with this lovely lady, negotiate with her, change her mind, and then disappear? When does that happen?
That happens after we impersonate the Ares executive.
Yeah.
Since we'll be using his identity as a pretext to be able to get very very close and personal to her, since they will be occupying the same box during the opera, and also will, open the opportunity to, get to know each other better after the social event.
Let's see.
If you can think of a better bullshit reason to get close to her, by all means, you can try that.
Well, one of the things we planned as well was that we found out that her husband divorced her because he got in bed with some 19-year-old elf or something. So we chose this executive specifically because he is a young male elf, which would
He's
likely
human.
be. Oh yeah, well yeah, but anyway, he is an opportunity basically for Lamar to, in a way, get back at her husband, since he is relatively young and attractive.
We still do not believe it would just be easier to be at the opera, forwards tickets, and perhaps spill a drink on her or something, rather than.
Her personal security detail would obviously be on the lookout for that, because odds are they have detectors up the ass in terms of like biological contaminants or nanites or stuff like that, and just spilling a drink on her probably wouldn't be enough of a social gaffe or way of introducing any aforementioned contaminant to get the job done.
Remember,
everyone who's going to be at that opera is either under surveillance or has been thoroughly background checked, vetted, and investigated by her security.
Also, keep in
So
mind
the way we circumvent that is by taking the place of someone who's already passed the background check, so we can be in close proximity.
I was gonna say, keep in mind that all we need is a biological sample.
Yeah, that would be like a partial success at best, because, of corporate court also has the biological samples of her, and they might be able to undo any ritual magic bullshit you do.
Okay. Well, all right. Yeah, you didn't clarify that last time, but that's fair. That makes a lot of sense.
All right. So the main thing to make sure that this works out in the long run is to try and convince her to drop the cause, as opposed to killing her or manipulating her in some way that the corporate court might be able to undo. If you think she came up with the idea to drop the cause, then it'll be much more difficult for them to get her back in bed with them.
I like the thought of being in bed, but yes, of course.
All right, I guess let's jump in on this. So where we go first?
The enclave with the Ares executive, the one we're going to be trying to one of us is going to be posing as.
Okay.
You're gonna. All right. Okay, so it's a short walk from the. It's just far enough away from the Ares HQ that it justifies him getting driven there either by helicopter or by limo or sports car or whatever. So it's like a 20-minute walk, 2-minute drive or something ridiculously short like that. So it's this large, fancy apartment building. The top 3 floors are like these little glass. They're all like they're all glass windows. There's no evident walls, but it's all shaded out, of course, so you can't look in. So he has privacy, but he can look at everyone else in the building. So as you come in, there's the front door of the lobby, and you have the clearance to go in there, no problem. There's a back door as well. There's a loading bay, and to get up to his room, you have to get a special key onto the elevator to go up. Unless you guys want to do something crazy like Mission Impossible, Assassin's Creed climb up the building, which is also an option. It's just you're probably going to get caught.
Oh no! They have pressure sensors and it's drones and sentries and whatnot.
Yeah, you can bullshit your way past that. I mean, you guys have all the invisibility shit, and you can use a spirit to cause a gust that triggers all the pressure sensors, so they don't notice anyone going up.
Right, but it's better to just figure out a course of action where nothing will look amiss even when looking back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so how are we approaching this, guys?
I'd say we figure out who has the necessary key, and then figure out a way to palm or take the key.
That would be the security director for the building, or somebody in Bradford Nice's security team. So Bradford is going to be coming down from his room in 2 hours. So his team is in his room, his 2 stories of housing, and the security director is going to be somewhere in the building.
All right. Would we be able to roll security design or tactics to figure out where in the building their team and the director are likely placed, and what avenue of attack or way or
yes,
or location we would be able to isolate them? Okay.
Yes.
All right, so I have 9 die for that, so I'm going to roll that. Any bonuses?
No. Okay. Security director is not going to be public facing. He's going to be in the back room where the resident. He's going to be in the back room, which is like the security command center, where there's going to be like HTR guys in full power armor on standby for crazy sinless terrorists for hire, like you guys come when crazy sinless terrorists for hire, like you guys come knocking.
Right. So either we figure out some way to bullshit the key off of the director by, like, I don't know, convincing him that, oh, there's a minor emergency, or oh, we have the authorization, blah blah blah, or we just try to pull the same thing onto one of the more isolated guys who are part of the target's personal security detail.
You can also physically climb up the elevator shaft.
Fair. What kind of
I'm not going to climb up the elevator shaft, though.
Yes.
What kind of detectors or foils would there be in the shaft?
A lot. I'm just gonna take. I would say, if anything, the best idea would be to actually go up the elevator, go
Right.
in through the building, go up to the floor where he's at, because they're going to be looking for all the people trying to get in illegally. They're not going to be really like they're going to look at people trying to get in legally, of course. However, they're going to be less suspicious if we actually gain access and get up through the floor, because they're going to be like, oh, well, why else would they be in the elevator going up to the floor if they weren't allowed access?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, because if we
Yeah.
decide to, if we start going like Spider-Man up the walls and trying to break in, they're going to see us. And it's also going to look really like obvious that we're not, because if we get caught, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, I was just cleaning the window. You know, no, we would just have to be like, if we get caught going up the elevator and get out on this floor, we can go, oh, sorry, that was a wrong floor, my bad. And then we could just leave. So it's a lot safer that way, and we can get a better idea of what we're doing. I also drew a really crude map, Goat,
Yeah.
of the main lobby.
I like the art in parentheses and then the art in all caps in the quotes.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like some sort of like weird like plant thing that's in the middle. I didn't. Really,
Yes.
this is why I don't draw, guys. This is it.
Some kind of no, it's a pretty good impression. Some kind of like truncated geomancy, like
Yeah.
$10 million like living
Yes.
sculpture. Or something.
That's why the rectangles aren't straight. Not because I can't draw rectangles, because that's weird. I totally can do that. It's because it's art, and that's what they expect you to think when you walk. It looks like the 1980s like vision of the future art. That's what I'm going with here.
Yes.
Where everything's like sharp corners and lots of magenta like everywhere.
All right, so you guys just want to bullshit the security director into letting you to Bradford's room just say, "Oh, I need to talk to him about something."
I'd say it's probably a better idea to try to bag one of the guys who's part of a security detail, because he's less likely. People have less eyes on one of the individual guys.
Security detail's all going to be on standby in his housing.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I
that
am
would
rather
that would
good
be
at talking, so perhaps.
so yeah,
cover
probably
this.
the security chief or figure out a way to get the security detail down here, which probably is going to cause more problems than we need.
Well, the other option is we could go up and actually talk to him and be like, "Hey,
Yes.
we are advanced. Look, we need to go to this opera, and you have a ticket to the opera. The thing is, we want to go to the opera as you, and we can't do that if you go to the opera instead of us." He might get a little upset at first, but I'm sure he'd be curious as to why we would tell him this, which would open up a lot of doors for us to
What a
come up
fascinating approach.
with an interesting way of saying, like, hey, if you let us go to this opera, we'll give you some contacts, some information that might be useful to you. Something that you would never be able to gain in your current status, you know? Something along that lines. We'd offer him something.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
But we still need to figure out a way to get to him in the first place, which requires us to talk to the security chief.
That's true. We could always try to bullshit to the front desk. If it doesn't work, then we do kidnap and murder. I mean,
Right.
I'm all for the let's probe the security, see what we're dealing with here. Then let's immediately just start killing and kidnapping, because then that feels like we're gonna get stabbed in bad places. So
Nice.
it's true, right? All right.
Would any of you figure out a way to I don't know, give us a good reason as to why we should go upstairs and get the security key? Like, maybe remotely cause a minor accident upstairs or whatever.
No, I could reach out on my contacts and find out something about him or somebody that's close to him, and then use that as an excuse to go talk to him personally.
Sure.
Perhaps we can just propose a deal, an offer that does not get presented to the help.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Well, understand, like,
Okay.
Ares, I don't know if Ares stands to gain anything from this. So that's something we can always explore, because I don't know if Ares as a company stands to gain from corporate control that they probably won't have with this new god device.
They'll have some, but Ares' main money maker is conflict. They make money when there's conflict because they sell weaponry and security systems and aerospace assets and shit like this.
Yeah, so conceivably by getting the grid Overwatch and all the fucking bullshit cyberdeck systems installed, that it would mean that security is tighter, and that means that there are going to be less runs, less backstabbing, and ultimately less conflict.
Yeah.
And Ares has a lot of internal conflict as well. So I'm going to roll something to see if your contacts come up with anything. Okay. Your contacts let you know that Bradford Nice is a Johnson. He's not a Johnson right now, but he did that for like 5 years, and then he maneuvered his way into being head of Ares Seattle. And one of his main cronies in doing so is security chief Malcolm McWilliams, or as his street name was known until last year, 2D. So 2D is Chaos Engine. He's like from the hackers, like 4chan, the hacker known as 4chan, hackers on steroids crime syndicate before he went legit because his girlfriend was pregnant and he got scared. They have no idea what their actual thoughts are on Danielle Delamar. Bradford Nice is playing ball. Corporate's telling him to go and humor her and go to the opera with her, but you have no idea what their actual agenda is. But they both know but Bradford knows his way around the Shadowrunner community, his security director even more so. And, McWilliams being the security chief for Ares HQ is going to make hacking it not suicidal, but very difficult, especially if you get caught. Because that guy's a technomancer. He can do all kinds of bullshit.
Shit.
So
Eat a deck.
So if we can get up and talk to him and convince him that this will not only lower conflict, but will only make it much harder for Ares in the future to sell their firearms, because what legislation usually leads to is more legislation, and once they get the internet under control, they're going to start turning their big giant eye of Sauron on firearms. And I don't know if Ares is going to be happy with that. It might just be Seattle and some of the more I guess public civilizations. Then you have the Native Americans probably aren't even going to listen to anybody, because why would they? They're just like, we don't. You're not our boss. But this would be a loss for Ares. And I'm sure he's probably got his own agenda or his own plan for it all. But I think if we told him what we were thinking and what we could kind of play it out. And the thing is, if we're in the same room with him and we got all this conversation going on, we're in the same room with them. So yeah, we've already got past one of the biggest obstacle was getting upstairs. So if we do that, yeah, then it's like, even if he doesn't play ball with us, we're still in the same room with him.
Right. We could also spin this in a way that that we pretend we have a bit more intel on Delamar than we do, by saying that, oh, she's on the cusp of making some big breakthrough in her movement and whatever. So if things go well on the opera with you there, they're gonna blame Ares and you specifically for her movement going through, which means that your position is gonna be compromised as an Ares exec.
I even better. I have something even better. We tell him that her main agenda, aside from network control, is actually firearm control.
Which is actually probably true.
Yes, her next.
Or conceivably, that's what she would move on to if the whole cyberdeck debacle gets resolved in her favor.
Yeah, if it gets resolved in her favor, that gives her the power to go ahead and push through legislation to do it gives her a bigger stance on firearms, which for Ares would be bad.
Because if her legislation for cyberdeck stuff gets passed, odds are she can probably bankroll some other minor stuff for firearms with the same bill getting passed.
Do we know anything about his personality, how he interacts with people? What could be a point of manipulation?
He's a corporate shark. Think like any Whale on Yutani RoboCop executive stereotype. That's him. Points of manipulation, he's associated with some very, very nasty Shadowrunners, this horrible black wizard, black wizard as in black magic, who's a banshee, which is like a elf vampire basically that sucks people's souls out. He's been involved in all kinds of black ops shit that that the anarchists know about, and they've provided you with intel on. But he's also arrogant and supremely confident in his own security, because he has one of the best hackers in the world down the hall from him at work. And he has the usual Ares executive protection, and he has like his own stable of Shadowrunners who've gone legit as Ares suits that he can send after you if he feels like if he feels crossed by you.
Jesus.
I like the idea that we go up there and tell him stuff like this, but also we offer him an option that if you let us go as you, so he doesn't have to go to this stupid opera that he really doesn't want to go to. We go as you. If something goes awry and things go downhill, you could just say that you were assaulted in your apartment by elite groups of Shadowrunners, and you would have been better off if you had the Ares super protection firearm that he's been trying to pass, but for some reason he's having legal troubles. I don't know. We just give him some kind of way to sell his products more efficiently. So he's no longer to blame. So we give him an out on both ends. I'd say we give that a try. If nothing else, at least we'll be in the building. That's all I'm suggesting, because I don't think climbing up the elevator shaft is a good idea.
Oh.
So you guys, you just want to ring up Bradford and just be like, "Yo, we're Shadowrunners. We want to make a deal."
Not like that,
not.
but yeah.
I'd say we can talk to the security chief hey, we have some private information that for the big man upstairs that we can't really speak publicly because it'd be probably pretty embarrassing. Be and then he asks what is it? If I tell you, he's gonna totally blow up on you or whatever because it's really private, embarrassing stuff. Yada yada.
We don't have to explain ourselves to security. We're higher than that.
Yeah.
They are lowbrow. We are highbrow. We
are posing as slightly lesser security than his personal detail, but still pretty high ranking.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bad idea, but it's even worse idea to go up the elevator shaft.
All of this is a bad idea. There's nothing good about this idea.
Yeah, there's nothing good about this whole run is a very bad idea on top of bad ideas. So I'm all for doing the espionage route first, and then if that fails, then guns ablazing.
Agreed.
What were you gonna say, Sadat?
The one that has the greatest gall, the biggest balls, so to speak, is the one that usually leads, and that is how I would do it. So let us do it.
All right.
All right. So you're just going to say, "Oh, we're with executive protection. We have to deliver a secure message to Mr. Nice."
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Something along those lines. Something that's we have secure information, and we clearly make it known that we're on a Shadowrun channel, so he's not immediately tipped off that this is some sort of I didn't ask for this. But if he knows that it's a Shadowrun thing, he'll probably play ball more willing to play ball than if we just showed up oh yeah, we're totally super secret corporate guys with information, and he's immediately going to be I'm going to shoot you in the mouth. But if we're straight up with him about being Shadowrunners, I think he'd be more willing to play ball with us, even if our idea is kind of half-baked a little bit. I think that's at least worth a shot. And then, as I said, if anything, we're in the building, so that's my...
Well, instead of going the whole way and saying we're Shadowrunners, we can just say we're relaying something about from some Shadowrunners that are doing stuff for Ares, yada yada.
Yeah.
We don't blow our cover immediately, but we say we're relaying some stuff that you don't know about, but you don't want to ask any questions about either.
All right, sounds good. Let's get in this building. Let's go talk to the front desk.
All right. So it's November. All right. So you head out, and it's still the sun is starting to rise over the
rainy day. Yeah.
The snowy acid snow, dirty fucking gray snow. Even in the rich part of town, they can't get rid of that.
It sounds a lot like rain to me.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry. I'm just messing. I don't mean to interrupt you.
So to the east is a massive barrier wall towards Renman and this lake. So you can see the sun start to rise over that as you. What's your transport here? You guys are going in MC's cyber car. and Teppo's going in his bike.
Yeah, because I have ruthenium polymer coating, so I could just like fake all the fucking Ares certifications and shit. And especially because it's a combat bike, they probably have one in the garage.
Oh yeah, I'm driving up in Cybercar. I mean, if I'm gonna go up there as MC, I'm not gonna hide the fact that I who I am at this point. Because even if they track my vehicle, they're gonna know who I am immediately. I'm not like an unknown Shadowrunner.
All right, so you drive over and you're waved up to the front area. Your vehicle's autopilots go over to their assigned spots, like the good little wage slaves you're pretending to be, and you step into the front desk. Immediately, the somewhat distant acrid smoke smell gives way to this nice fresh air, and there's soft music and this sound of the gentle quote unquote art, quote unquote fountain thing sprinkling all over. There's a fine mist. The guards here are all very good looking and friendly. And one of them waves over like, morning, Mr. Whatever the fuck your fake name is, who cares? Keeping it tight today, huh?
Oh yeah, you know me, always keeping it as tight as fuck.
Did you catch the game?
I don't watch football. You take care now.
Local sports team.
Roll etiquette. All of your roll etiquette to blend in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Give me a second.
I just like, I'm like, you know me, I don't watch sports. Yeah. I have to actually do that at work when they start talking about it. I'm like, oh yeah, you know that sports ball that I totally watch.
Same.
Like I'm not like impolite about it, but I like to
I
point
think
it out when they start
call it
talking.
Straight up just fucking sports ball and like 5e and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I actually know about. Oh no, I messed up. I know a lot about sports actually as an interest.
You know a little bit, yeah.
I have 7 dice in it.
You're rolling etiquette either way.
Okay. I'm rolling etiquette then. Fine. I'll roll.
Would I get a bonus if I disguise myself as some like really fucking generic but good looking like fucking average Ares looking security guard before coming here?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, no, I thought you guys are all going executive protection, so you're all either wearing like the armored business suits or like you're straight up in full armor, just walking around like badasses because you can.
I'm in my
But,
armored
yeah.
business suit as usual, cause
Yeah. Everyone else has to roll etiquette as well to blend in.
yeah.
So I'm guessing Teppo's just being like the turbo badass cyber monster that just kind of like nods slightly at people, doesn't actually say anything.
Yeah, basically.
What
I
about
would-
Hikura?
Love to roll, but I'm trying to figure out how exactly to do that.
Okay, go to your skills tab. Then on the top right, it says show all active skills. You're going to click on that drop down menu, click show active skills rating greater than 0. That's going to filter to only the skills that you actually know. So it doesn't show you a bunch of bullshit that you don't know how to do and aren't going to use.
And we're not talking about this in. Are we talking about this in Chummer or in
Chummer.
Chummer. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I do have. I have a 13 in etiquette.
Yep, so you're going to hit the roll macro and put 13 and then hit enter.
Sorry about
Okay.
that. That was wrong.
No worries.
Do I do a new?
He doesn't have the macro set up.
Yes, I don't. I apologize.
I'll just do it for you. Fuck it.
It's okay.
It's faster that way. All right, yeah. So some people give Hikura some weird looks because it's like they haven't seen anyone with like splotches of green on their face, but they just think, oh, he's probably from Ares Amazonia division or something. And
Exactly right.
yeah, so you're up at the front desk. The guy there is just like, morning.
Good
We're bringing
morning.
executive protections up here.
We are here to see. What is his name? That's what I
Bradford
said.
Nice.
Brad. Thank you. We are here to see Mr. Nice. Nice.
Nice. Okay. What is this about?
We have a secured message that we must deliver him in person.
Give me a con fast talk.
All right.
There's not a way to assist, is there? Because I'm particularly good at fast talking.
You can give your input here. I'm going to roll for the guy's counter social engineering.
And do not forget that this is a particularly important matter that we need to discuss personally, sir.
All right. Rolling for you. It's like, oh, all right. He just like types some stuff, and then he swipes a key card on the hardwired terminal at the desk. It gives you the card. That'll take you right up to the executive suite. Mr. Nice is eating breakfast right now.
Very good classic Star Trek.
Well, yes, we recently acquired the rights for Star Trek, as you might recall. We're in the. Hopefully that hostile takeover of Orion Air will go off without a hitch.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Orion here.
That's right.
Laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, MC has seen every single episode.
All right, have a great day. Remember, keeping the world a safer place.
Of course.
Go local sports team.
Yep.
Go local sports team.
Yeah.
The sports ball.
All right, so I guess we're going up to the elevator.
Right.
Whichever one is good for you, Mr. Goat.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you go up in the elevator and you swipe the card and it just immediately starts going like super fucking
Oh God,
fast
I've been in one of those I went to a courthouse in Cleveland and they had an elevator like that, and it was like in an old building. So you get on it and you immediately go poof, like you're nearly on the floor. It moves so fast and it's old, so it makes a ton of noise. And you're like, oh my God! It's like a 30-story.
This one doesn't make any noise though. But and as it goes up, you realize for the first time in your life, you're in an elevator ride where there's no advertisements.
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Wow. This is how
What?
rich people live.
Oh man, this is the
quiet in
life.
here. This is wrong.
I just start
constant
humming.
noise?
I just start humming to like advertisement tunes just because it feels unnatural. I'm just like,
The tasty treats.
give me a break of that Kit Kat bar. Yeah.
All right, so the door dings open and you see this massive fucking troll flanked by a pair of these sexy elf femme fatale ladies, and they have guns at the low ready.
Dude, this is so 80s. I love it.
Yeah. And they just kind of they just scowl at you and they're like, "Morning."
Good
I hope the women are
morning.
talking like that too.
Good morning. And then we're gonna go walk over to wherever Mr. Nice is. Is this an elevator to his house, or is it like we go down some hallway? Like, what's the deal?
No, it's just straight up, and you're in like the massive like
Two-story
Playboy.
penthouse, right?
Yeah, like 2-story penthouse. Like they knocked off the floor in between. It's just like massive ceilings. It's like you're in a cathedral in terms of ceiling height. There's real art all over the place. There's like, there's this magic bearskin rug on a roaring fireplace. There's house staff setting everything up. And as you say that, the troll says, "Not so fast. You're checking guns here."
So I'm gonna put the big X as the troll, and then the little 2 dots is like the femme fatales.
Yes.
And then, do I see anybody else in the room besides that?
Yeah, you can see there's a couple. You can see that there's this guy wearing he's wearing like armor, but he has these like wizard robes on top, overlaid on top of that.
Oh shit,
and
an armored wizard. Okay.
Yes, who's watching you?
Okay, and he's on the left side, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got an armored wizard there. Anybody else? That's just it.
That's it from what you can see, but there's like more rooms and stuff.
Oh yeah. Just from the
Yeah.
initial look around, because I want to see like who the fuck is standing in front of us. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, hello, we have a secured message from Mr. Nice that we must deliver in person.
One of the ladies holds out a hand.
Holds out a hand.
Yeah, for you to give her the data chip with the message information.
This is not a data message, ma'am. This is a message that we must deliver verbally.
Con.
Okay. Con.
Yes.
Could I roll security tactics to like throw some jargon about like, you know how fucking how like data chips can't be really secure anymore, and there's a whole tradition about delivering messages by word of mouth and so on.
Yes.
And on top
Okay,
of that,
so
if you're
that
on
would
the
be
level-
okay. So that would be 8 die for me. Let me roll that.
I should have just started dancing with her. No. She holds out her hand and I'm like, madam. And
reading Hector's mind.
I'm like, you could take the troll. You can waltz with the troll.
All right. So the other lady's like, oh, it's one of those meetings. Well, you better make it quick. Mr. Nice doesn't have a whole lot of patience for that anymore after the incident with Ares Cleveland.
Well, Ares Cleveland was clearly, well, not Ares' fault. That's Cleveland. There's not
What
much.
division did you say you were coming with again? Not the one on your actual clearance. We all know that's BS.
What? What are you talking about? I'm sorry, out of character. What are you talking about?
He's asking which division are you with?
Oh, which division I'm with? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm clearly with the not I can't talk about it division. The division.
Corporate acquisitions and negotiations.
Roll, Hikaru, I'm gonna roll con for you.
I'm like looking. I'm like, nah, this ain't your business.
Acquisitions. Look, we all have the same security clearance level,
Okay.
and you know,
I didn't say any of that, by the way. That was
Yeah.
just giving him a look. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, you know that if we were in your position, you would be demanding to know who you're representing. So out with it.
And if you were in our position, you would be aware of the pressure of what it's like to have someone 5 ranks above you breathing down your necks to get a secure message done quickly and easily. So if maybe you don't want to have that same burden upon you, why don't you let us get out of your hair?
Roll con tempo.
Sure.
Impersonation applies here.
Nice. Let me just double check what my score
9
for that
dice.
is. Yeah, 9 die. Okay.
I'm with the coughing noises division from Detroit. I'm with smog prevention.
Or from OSHA.
Yeah.
That is.
Would you like to
hospice.
edge that?
Yes, actually.
Edge it.
That was very sensual, Mike.
Yeah.
Reroll. Okay, so reroll that using the edge macro, the failed dice. So 7 dice on the edge macro, or 13 dice rather.
Dice pool plus total edge, 13.
Yeah. I'm with the toys division.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah. So they exchange a glance. Oh shit. Knight. I told you they were with Knight. Oh, I can't believe it. This is about Lamar, isn't it?
I just give him the sort of like defeated shrug.
Yeah, we're like, we can't talk to you about it. Like, we're just shrugging, like,
All right, so one of the elf ladies looks back towards the mage and says, "Yeah, drop it." So the wall you were seeing behind them vanishes, and you see that it's actually like a full-on like open floor plan, and you can see Knights just sitting at this long-ass dining table, eating, and he has like another femme fatale-looking girl serving him his morning covfefe.
dude, how big is their hair? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, this is like got to be so 1980s. I love it.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull up a picture of him from the original.
Like, I'm just
facet.
imagining like those Snap-on calendars from the 80s, and it's just like
Half her body mass is just like this really frizzy afro.
yeah.
Oh no! Here's the thing: elves naturally have '80s hair.
Oh
This
my
is canon.
god.
Yes.
They don't
They
talk
have, like,
about it
knee
past
high
first
hair.
edition Shadowrun, but elves have canonically '80s hair. That's how their hair naturally grows. Doesn't matter if they're like if they're
Yeah.
from like African stock or if they're Asian or white or whatever. They have '80s hair.
He's eating off a silver tray. Nice.
Here we go. I'm gonna pull up what his elf lady looks like. But yeah, they let you through, and they just they keep watching you. They still have their guns out, and they take your guns before letting you through.
Oh,
That's
of course. I mean,
non-negotiable.
yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah,
I'm a supporter of Ares. I have my Ares Predator 4.
Yep. So
Now, I've been using that Ares Predator 4 since I started this character. It's not like a lucky pistol or anything. I just like the gun.
It's reliable.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it in Discord here.
Okay, so you said there's like a long... let's see. There's like a long table. Yeah, and then you have
Nice.
Guy Fieri.
big guy here, and then you have the femme fatale.
Yes.
What did you guys
And
show?
I'm gonna show
Sorry.
you what Bradford Nice looks like.
Oh, are you putting in the Shadowrun thing? Okay.
Yeah, I'm putting in the Shadowrun
Oh,
thing.
perfect. I will put this up on the stream so people can also see how horrible and amazing this is.
Yeah, old school FASA art, man.
Oh, come on! Quit doing that. Sorry, my computer was like freaking out. There we go. Let's get that up there on a tray so everyone can see that. That's fucking amazing.
Don't say that. It's copyrighted.
Yeah. Look at that. That is an elf from Shadowrun. Look at that shirt. It's like leopard. That looks like David
full on Tina
Bowie
Turner.
tried.
That's like a snake skin or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tina Turner.
I love it. It's got like she's got like wires coming out of her fucking head.
Yeah, Data Jack.
That's so good.
And that's what
Nice.
Bradford Nice looks like.
Okay, let me get
Of course he
Bradford.
looks like that.
Let me
Of
get-
Body's
course.
Chad.
Oh yeah, Bradford Nice. Oh, that's perfect. Fucking fast art, man. I have to look at this all the time when I do Tech Talks BattleTech. No, come on, quit doing that.
All right. Anyway, so Bradford's just like eating his real steak and real eggs like a true red-blooded American he is. These weren't even vat grown. These were like they actually had to let a cow give birth and wait for it to grow into adulthood and then manually butcher it by hand. Like, dude.
How primitive.
Yeah. So Nice just keeps eating and he glances up at you.
All right. I'm guessing that's our cue to talk now.
Yeah, well, we probably want to have a private talk, so we can just say like, oh, we need to. This is a private message, so you can set up like visual. You can set up like a visual link to look at us or whatever, but keep the audio blockers on. And so
He hits
on.
a switch on his desk and it turns on a white noise generator and a jammer. All your electronics short out. And he says,
Gold, Your Majesty.
he says, "More gold, Your Majesty." That was
he just
perfect
says-
timing.
"Huh, good morning."
Oh, good morning, Mr. Nice. We have a direct message for you from...
Not from Damian Knight, you don't.
No, we don't. I am MC, as you know.
Yes, the Redmond Baron's most famous elf poser to those in the know.
Oh,
How does it feel not acting like an elf for once?
oh, I don't particularly mind either way. Personal feelings aside, sir, I'm sure you're quite well aware of the current mission that we're on.
No, actually, I'm not.
Well, obviously, I would have assumed you would have done your homework. Allow us to catch you up then. Currently, Miss Lamar is looking to push some legislation. I'm sure you've heard about it. It's a very distasteful piece about putting in some kind of limitation on hacking. Now, I mean, we both know that this was already an inevitability. But did you know she was also planning to put in another initiative? One that, well, would hurt both of us. One specifically related to firearms.
I thought you were talking about the Global Sin Registry.
Aside from that, she wants to do something even worse. You see, if she puts forward this initiative, not only will it make it more difficult for Ares, but it'll make it more difficult for us as Shadowrunners. As you know, you are a frequent customer of our services. I would like it if we could work together to somehow stop this from happening. Would you be in?
Roll negotiation.
Sure. I opened the wrong program. Oh yeah, cool. Oh yeah, I'm gonna roll that Nick Goat. I might edge it. I don't know. Yeah, we're about on the same level. It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, nice doesn't seem very convinced, and he just makes a point of, like, you know, cutting up a little bit of egg with his knife and fork, and
Really
pops
loudly.
it in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. and he just like makes a point of, like, chewing at it to consider your point for a second. You know, you're not the first team to come over here saying that, but the last team didn't have any actual evidence Lamar plans to institute firearms control either.
No, it's because that other team clearly doesn't know anything about her at all. We had to do a lot of research, and believe me, it was quite difficult to find anything. Unfortunately, what was the name of that hacktivist group? The one that we're working with?
Black Star.
Black Star. Unfortunately, those fools at Black Star seem to be holding the evidence against us, and we have no way of getting them to stop. And I figured someone of your clout might be able to work with us to not only stop her, but also this weird anarchist group that thinks that they run everything. I find them quite distasteful, personally.
He glances at Teppo, and then back at you. I'm not sure I believe that, considering your infiltrator, ninja over there associates so heavily with one of their top lieutenants and fixers.
Well, of course, we're Shadowrunners. We have to have associations with distasteful people all the time. You should know that, sir.
We'll get to the point. What do
Yes.
I get out of this?
Well, you don't have to go to the opera. I know that might not be a big one, but it definitely probably would make your evening quite better. And secondly, more importantly, we would be able to give you another out of this. You see, if something were to happen to Delmar and somehow it was tied to your name, well, that would be completely retarded, to be quite frankly. So I'm thinking that we go as you. We, of course, as you know, we are quite good at being in disguise. We go as you, and we try to convince her to drop this, but not in a way that you would do it. So that way, when she comes crying and saying that you said all these things, you can claim that infiltrators had stolen your identity, using the technology she wants to use to implement on the rest of the world.
Give me another negotiation check.
Yeah.
Very relaxing music.
Yeah, it's Blade Runner.
It's very zen.
Yeah. I like it. It kind of gets me in the mood because it's an 80s movie, and I like 80s stuff for Shadowrun. I'm going to have to figure some other way to... Yeah, let me go ahead and roll that edge. So if I want to try to...
19 dice on the edge macro. 15 dice on the edge macro.
Thank you. Yeah, that didn't do it.
Is it possible to roll a negotiation?
He rolled really
or
well. That's a lot of sixes.
a con to get some thoughts on how to properly negotiate with it?
I don't know what you mean by run a con to get some thoughts on how to negotiate with them. You can
working with executives, like how to work with power players, how to
give them something they want.
Execu speech.
Well, give him something he wants. So Nice says, you're still not... All you have to offer me is a night off. I can go on a 10-day resort at the Shasta Ski Lodge on a whim.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, that one.
I know.
I can walk in.
I know. I went, ugh.
Well, Mr. Nice, it is clear then that the cards are all in your hands. We know what we need. What is it that you need?
Now you're speaking my language.
You're the
You
power.
see, people at my level we don't play the game the same way you do. Whether the Lamar's motion passes or fails, I'm still gonna be on the top, and you're still gonna be scrubbing after. You're still gonna be running after any crumbs we throw your way. So I'm gonna. So, what?
Just saying, Hecker is just going to have that $1 million smile and just absorb it like he was eating sugar instead of pig shit. Yes.
So I'll give you two options. I'll play along with this, and in return, either I get all three of you on our payroll for good, and you'll eat Ares food, live in Ares housing. Any kids you might choose to have will grow up going to Ares school, consuming Ares product. Or you give me your in, and you make my division untouchable. And he points at Teppo to Black Star. He points to Hikura to your cult. He points at MC to that network you're trying to form. That's the deal I gave to 2D. 2D is doing very well for it.
MC has no problem giving this guy the second option at all. Although if it comes, and this is just between you and me as the character and the DM, if it comes down to him having to live in Ares, everything, he is going to run or kill himself. He's not going to take that. He would refuse. He refuses to go and be somebody like that. However, he would gladly give him an in. That's completely understandable.
Give me a negotiation check, Hekura. I'll do it for you.
I'm with giving it in.
Of my, yes. Thanks, Gil. I appreciate it.
Sure thing. Let me see.
So negotiation is, it's in brackets 14.
And I want material links from all three of you.
Material links? What's that mean?
I mean, he wants like a blood sample so he can. So basically, with that, until that blood goes inert, he can have. If he gets a sufficiently powerful mage, he can have them cast spells at you or scry on you or whatever from anywhere in the world. So he'd have like huge. So that would be like huge leverage on you for like a couple months or however long that blood sample will last.
I mean, we are going on a very large run. This is like, sign a deal in blood kind of thing.
Yes.
And I don't think, even if he had my blood for 10 months and he could scry on me, I'm not going to do anything.
No, he could cast any magic. So like he can have somebody drop a Force 10 fireball on you wherever you are, unless you're in like a turbo warded room or something, in which case you can't leave that room.
Oh no, I could probably find it.
Conceivably, he could do that, but
yeah,
all we have to do is just not give him any reason to do so. Plus, I don't think he's fully aware of all of the Bioware I'm running, which includes a platelet factor, which would mean that my blood sample would run dry a fair bit quicker than the others.
Yeah, but you don't know what kind of bullshit technology they have to extend that. It's a paranoia thing.
Very fair.
Like, basically, are you going to let this guy be able to have a gun, like, a sniper rifle pointed at your head for a long-ass time? And, it's not just him. Like, he can cut a deal with someone. Like, you guys hit something, like you hit another corp, and he finds out that you were involved, and you'd be like, oh, yeah, I can make those guys go away. Just give me the whatever.
Maybe we can find. Maybe we can try to lower the stakes a little bit. Since obviously he's trying to highball us right now.
Well, Hekura, do you want to spend an edge point to re-roll your failures?
Yes. I'd like to definitely suggest. Come now, I'm sure there's additional measures we can help with such less high consequences. My children would gladly give their opportunities to Ares.
MC has an incredible track record. Why would you offer me such a clearly no way out scenario? I could just walk. Yeah, MC is like, I could just walk away and never do any of this if that's the only option. I'll be like, hey, you know what? Peace out. That sounds great. I'm good. Y'all good. Hey, yeah, I like you. Love Ares. I love the Predator. I want it on the way out. Y'all have a good one. All right. That's
all right. How about this then?
Yeah.
You'll owe me one, a big one. instead of the material link.
Well, considering that we... well, I'm sure you heard about Snow White. You'll know that we'll be good for it.
Yeah, and besides, owing a favor isn't really all that bad, considering that it's probably just going to be another run opportunity of some kind.
Yeah.
For a chance to continue to have such a positive relationship with Ares, my children will be there for you as you need it. I assure you.
Not with Ares, with me.
Oh, well, even better then.
I prefer a personal link, so of course.
Right. Okay, then let's shake on it. And he does the thing where like the politician handshake with like both hands. And
like
just,
over the top, like yeah.
Yeah, like the clamp thing.
Even does the head turn and like he's looking at a camera for the whole thing.
Yeah, and he has one of his other goons come out who's like a perfect duplicate of him, and the guy gives you a briefcase that has like a latex face mask that's like a really good replacement for Bradford Nice's face, and a copy of his suit.
Oh, most excellent. Very well,
So in
Mr.
this
Nice. Sorry?
Sorry.
You say it.
I was just gonna this is out of character. Is there technology in this world that allows a person, like, could we be talking to like a duplicate or like a really great actor?
Yes,
Yes.
because there's very advanced cosmetic surgery. There's very advanced nano machine paste that lets you dynamically shape it. There's magic powers for that. There's added powers for that.
Cyberware, Bioware,
Yeah, there's
and
even
Street Gear.
yeah, there's even some stuff that you can do to like change your like not straight up your gene, but like enough to fuck with DNA scanners.
Stepo has had cyberware to like full fingerprint and retinal scanners as well.
Yeah, so MC is going to be Bradford Nice, Teppo's going to be one of his bodyguards, and Hikura is going to be his pet mage / bodyguard, right?
And we'll make sure to get all of the proper retinal and biometric.
Yeah, no, they
information.
just give you like contact lenses and shit for that. Or rather, he just no, he doesn't even bother. He just like private messages 2D, and he says, "Yeah, these guys are gonna impersonate me and my team. Don't bother them." But if alarms and shit go off, you know, oh no, we got our shit got cyber hacked, and then disavow them.
Yeah.
And 2D just
that-
replies back K, and then he sends back this looping, footage of a bunch of hackers' brains oozing out of their nose like yogurt. From these guys that tried to intrude on the corporate from a Shadowrunner team that tried to infiltrate Ares HQ last week. And he chuckles like it's some kind of meme from their group chat.
Nice.
On Ares Snapchat.
Yeah. All right. So he says, "All right, boys, does security team? What do you think we take a little vacation, a weekend getaway, and Yellowstone? Remember Safari Boss? Hell yeah! Get my fucking Juggernaut gun. We're going."
He's gonna get that shotgun from Tremors.
Yes. Juggernauts, for reference, are like magic armadillos covered in spikes that are the size of a Mack truck, and they just go around fucking everything up in their path. They're the Shadowrun version of the Tarrasque, but not quite as Skeleton King bullshit powerful.
Okay. All right.
Great.
So we leave. Of course, get my Ares Predator 4 back. We have everything we need. And I just go to Teppa. I'm like, and I believe you will play the bodyguard or femme fatale, correct?
Oh no!
Teppo just gives you this kind of long-suffering look, like, oh god, not again.
Not again. Why do I always got to play the girl? Yeah.
I thought you were gonna have Hikura be the girl because he's the elf.
Sir.
Or Hikura can be the
he talks normally and he's like, "It's a sir, please." No, it's fine.
Or hang on, I'm going to show you what the old FASA art company mage looks like.
Yeah, I'd say I can play either like the butler / bodyguard, the fucking Jeeves for the entourage. Because all my wear is very low key, so I can blend in pretty easily. But when shit pops off, I can pop off. Oh god,
Cowboy hat. No, that's not a cowboy hat.
yeehaw!
And no, it's a very tall fedora.
Okay.
Wow.
And what is this supposed to be?
That's a mage, according to Shadowrun. This is what a wage mage looks like.
Okay. Hey, I'll post it
Aw.
on the thing so people can see it.
Okay, that looks beautiful. That is 80s.
That's some very 80s art.
Wow.
Oh yeah, we're getting that up there too.
Only Hecker.
Can't forget the pointed shoulders,
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
shoulder
pointy
pad.
shoulders is totally 80s, man.
the fucking ogre-sized hands. Holy shit!
All right, so you go. So I'm guessing you just go and you pretend to be this executive for like a couple hours, and like when you get there, there's like a little message pops up in your HUD, and it says, "This is 2D. If you guys try to like do any side shit like fuck with company secrets, I will melt your brains out of your nose like Jello."
And
Okay.
MC just goes JELLO.
God.
He does not think he does not care what 2D thinks. He just goes, "Oh yes, lovely. I love it
I
when
would
you
just
make
ask to
idle
give him
threats."
the benefit of the doubt at least. So like in case we look like we're doing something kind of weird, he doesn't just immediately go for the kill button.
Yes, of course 2D.
No
Why?
promises, and then he closes the channel. I'm watching you.
I
Everybody,
just rename his contact to Skeleton King.
He puts a little thumbs up after it.
Of course he does, because he loves that shit. All right.
Yes. He loves the Berkeley Public Library podcast.
Oh, he's
Right. So what do
He's
you
a
want us
game-
to roll for?
Just etiquette to just not attract undue attention, because I'm guessing you're just gonna you're just gonna do the typical upper management thing and just lock yourself in your office and do nothing all day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd say so probably.
All right, oh yeah, I got to roll for Hikura.
You could
Etiquette.
totally just send me the macro and I will be happy. I asked Mike if he could.
Oh, here, I'll get the.
Oh, I can't. Yeah, I don't have that. Go send it to me a long time ago.
I apologize.
Yeah, look at that lady. Her
Thank you.
gigantic.
Okay.
All right, yeah, nobody fucks with you as you just sit in his
Her
very
hands
nice
are
office
huge.
all day with the terminal and all the wire and all with the terminal just inaccessible to you because 2D locked that down. Yes, I get it. Okay, so I'm guessing we can just eventually it's time for Lamar to do her speech. Do you want to try to get a word in edgewise with her before she gets started, or just let her do it and play it according to the schedule?
Oh, we could try to talk to her. Where are we at right now? I'm sorry, I missed that part where you said where we actually were.
All right, so you're in the office. So like you get to his office on time at 8 a.m. You just
Okay.
just stay in there and do nothing, and then like 8 hours later. 10 hours later, it's like 6 p.m. and Lamar manages to squeeze through. Her convoy manages to get through all of the huge crowd of protesters that Hikura arranged for to arrive. And it's time, and she's gonna go give her presentation about why net neutrality has to end. And then Bradford Nice is supposed to be like, "Oh well, thank you so much for telling us about this. We'll put it into consideration." And then you go to the opera with her.
As I suggested, my children always come through for me.
We could talk to her. This might be a chance. I don't know. That might be a bit risky. How many people will be around when she comes to talk to him? It'll be like
everyone in Aries, Seattle. So like,
Well, it probably wouldn't be too unusual for the closing speaker to just have a quick chat with the opening speaker, before the actual speech.
No, I think what would I what
I mean, her fucking security detail would have its eyes on you, but probably not too hard since all our fucking credentials have checked out so far, right?
what is Aries' slogan?
making the world a safer place.
That's hilarious.
Yes. But basically, like at 6 p.m., and the secretary says, "Mr. Nice,
Yes.
Miss De Lamar has arrived. It's time for you to go greet her."
Oh, of course. Sounds good. Bring her in. Or I'll go out to her, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
where are we?
you're
We're going out
supposed
to. Okay.
Yeah, you're meeting her in the auditorium.
Most excellent. Thank you.
All right. I guess Hikura can be the one that actually escorts her there with all the. Do you want to try to do that and get an opportunity to plant some seeds or something?
What a wonderful. That's a great idea. Thank you. Yes, definitely.
All right. Assume
I can be
competence.
allowed for that.
All right. So Hikura, you're brought down there, and the receptionist says, "This is big. Don't mess this up, okay?"
Must admit, I'm a little bit nervous. Do you have any suggestions or
Oops.
tips?
I
She
deleted the
pulls out a
character.
pill and offers it to you.
MC has
course.
been deleted.
He looked down. I was like, my people are terribly allergic to such things. How is Miss Delamar? How is she?
Well, she's very approachable. It's just don't get too close, or her bodyguards will blow your head off.
Oh, well, I definitely do not wish to.
Yeah, no
I
sudden
could-
movements.
Thank
Keep
you
your
so much.
hands as visible. You know, it's just like when, well, I mean, you know, like they trained you to do like goon stuff. It's just act like you're a perp that's being approached by, or a suspect, or like a random sinner who's being approached during a patrol or something.
You know, I do think I will take that pill now. He's just gonna palm the pill. Do I know what pill it is?
It is, it's bliss. It's basically opiate. No,
Okay.
no. Yeah, it's a tranquilizer. I was gonna joke like it's a quaalude, but that wouldn't make sense for this.
Oh, well, that would.
You know what?
actually be
No,
something useful in
actually,
this
it would
case.
be because it makes you all euphoric. Yeah, it's a quaalude. You're gonna want to sleep, fight it, and then you'll be like all smiles. I do that all the time for my job, you know.
My God, you are a blessing on this earth. Thank you. He's just gonna give that $10 million smile and then go to Miss Delamar, as suggested.
All right, so the doors open and like a bunch of these massive security guards who are built like armoires step in front, and they're like scanning everything, and they have obvious bulges in their jackets. Ooh,
What?
and they
That's what Hector
That's
is
perfect.
right now. Yes.
yeah, and they just immediately like they move to positions where they have you in a crossfire, and then Delamar comes in flanked by 4 more guards, like one on each side of her diagonally. They're all like looking around, scanning and shit. One of them looks at one of the ones escorting Delamar, looks to one of the guys that's watching you. The guy like barely imperceptibly nods, like barely inclines his head down like 1 inch. The guy returns the gesture and subvocalizes something, and Delamar approaches you. "Oh, hello! You must be the representative from Ares."
Miss Delamar. First, can I just use my etiquette skill to know the proper approach
Yes.
in this scenario?
Yeah, she does the European ability thing where she offers a hand and you kiss it, and she's like, "Charmed."
Truly my honor to, with your guards, to escort you to meet Mr. Nice. If you will allow me to say that this is truly a momentous occasion for us to hear you speak.
I'm gonna roll con here. Oh, there's no need to lay on the flattery so thick. Just bring me to the auditorium, if you will.
But of course. Now, Mr. Nice has requested that if you could, as I'm somewhat close confidant of him, to what are the gist of your discussion?
What, you haven't seen any of the other presentation I gave at Neonet headquarters last week?
While we are very aware, we'd like to hear, as you know, from the beautiful woman's mouth. And again, the $10 smile. $1
$10.
million. $10 smile. He's losing money here. He can't afford it.
All right, this time she doesn't seem to think you're just bullshitting her. It's like, well, it's the usual. I suppose the one thing I wouldn't be focusing on is the global sin registry project, but that's something for another time. No, we're just talking about the grid system, making sure that we keep the matrix safe for children, especially with all the e-learning that people need to resort to combat the spread of Vitas.
Of course, it's like you're predicting.
What?
Mr. Nice dutifully appreciates all of your work.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But could you tell? He does have particular inquiries about this global sin. I'm sorry.
Well, you can find it online, I'm sure, but the gist of it is no more sinless. That doesn't mean that any given nation, state, or corporation would have to take responsibility for them, but basically, if we would round up all the sinless, we would issue them global sins that aren't worth anything for civil rights or national or corporate affiliation, but it allows the system to track and control these, well, I hesitate to call them people, to prevent them for their own good, so as to put a damper on the general chaos that ensues whenever these individuals do anything at all.
It's truly monumental to control the crime that we know is a major concern throughout this world, and it is an honor to stand by such a powerful force. I'm truly flattered. I'm so sorry.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, she eats it up. She says, "Really, I thought Mr. Nice would have been was pressured by his leadership to host this, given his proclivities for manipulating the poor, sinless masses for his own ends."
My dear, knowing that as much you do, we all have our own personal, I hate to say this word, agenda. It's so covered in such negative things. I do not always speak only for Mr. Nice.
Of course you don't.
I'm sorry?
No, says, of course you don't.
And if I may be so forward to say, I would gladly, with some resources, wish to support you in your actions.
Well, the best way you can do that is through grassroots activism. That's what I'm aiming to create here. Talk about it with your coworkers, especially for someone high-placed like you. I'm sure that you could do something to sway that. And if not, well, just keep tabs on who was overtly against it. And when the time comes, when my measure inevitably passes, well, you'll know where everyone really stood. And that's what counts. I'm sure you can think of some way to use that to your advantage in the corporate ladder climbing game.
Yes, of course. I would love at one point to be able to speak with you personally about which bargains or negotiations we can do. You will find him a good ally. And
I'm not sure. Are you in a position to do that?
I'm allowed to have as many exterior goals as yourself. You know that one must look out for number one and know who is a powerful friend.
Oh, okay. You're taking a risk here. All right, I like it. Let me see. Giving you the bonus from the Quaalude. Yeah, because you pop the Quaalude and you just feel euphoric. Like, oh man, you can do anything.
Everything is my oyster. I can charm the pants off of a dragon.
All right. Are you gonna try to actually get into her pants here?
Not actually. No, not actually.
No, I know, but not. I know, you're not actually gonna do that, but get her thinking that, she can get some of that elf meat.
He wants to keep it.
Get her thinking that she's hot shit.
Yeah. He wants to get her belief in herself, her ego, her mindset on that rather than anything else. This is just a
Okay,
distraction.
basically you're just pumping up her ego so she'll be even more arrogant and Karen-like.
So he can exactly. So he can let her build up in her mind what she wants, so he can have an access route, physically or mentally, to be able to.
God. I should have known something like this was happening when we have a psychiatrist running. All right, well, it works, but now her guards start to give you the stink eye even more so than usual, and they kind of usher her over to where Mr. Nice would be.
Smile.
Sorry, I went to the bathroom. I'm back.
Yeah, no worries. It's your cue now. So
What did I do?
all the turbo badass, like they have so many wires you can see them under their skin, bodyguards.
Where are we at?
Escort Delamar over. You're at the auditorium, behind the stage, behind the curtain.
Okay. So we'll just do one of these. And then,
It's like, oh, Mr. Nice.
there we go. And then, yeah, we'll just do one of these. It's like, here's the stage, and then backstage behind the curtains, and then we'll just say she's like right there, right? And then,
Yeah.
all right. And then where's her bodyguards?
They're like all around her in like a diamond formation. So like,
Oh, fuck. That's like a lot of people. Yeah.
yes. And then there's two more that are like watching you, so that if you move anything, they can shoot you down in a crossfire at any given time.
I'm not gonna move on her like that. That's weird. I'm not gonna like. I think MC is gonna be like, wow. Anyway, he just so what am I gonna say? Because I missed. I'm sorry, Sonic. I had to go to the bathroom.
You're just getting introduced to her formally before she does the whole her spiel, and she looks like, especially like ego stroke, like her ego got stroked by Hekura, so she's like even more self-assured than normal.
Well, if it isn't the lady of the hour herself, Delamar, good to meet you, madam. And he takes her hand and gives her like that little kiss on the hand that nobles are used to. Yeah.
Roll etiquette.
Yeah.
It's like 15 dice for you.
Yeah. I've only had like one really good on that tonight. Did I roll it? Okay, yeah, it's slow.
All right. It's like, yes, Mr. Nice. Thank you again for hosting us. I'm sure I hope this isn't too much of an imposition on you.
No, not at all. Making a world a better place is the Ares Corporation slogan. And also the unofficial one. And he looks around, a chicken in every pot and a cap in every ass, if you know what I mean, boys. And he's looking at the security guards.
Yeah, security guards just glare at you with their, like, they have, like, jet black cyber eyes.
At any rate, I'm sure you have a really roaring speech to get the troops ready, so I'm going to go listen, and I wish you good luck, madam. I'll be here to back you up if you need it.
Quite. You play the Ares executive to a T. Like, they are the, like, kind of, like, military style guys like that.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I figured. I figured he was very much like that, so yeah.
Yeah. Bradford Nice in particular isn't, but a lot of Ares executives are. All right, so Delamar goes and she does her whole spiel. She does the whole think of the children. We need to control access to the Matrix. It's like every day in Seattle, children get their hands on comlinks and hacker code from pirate sites, and they're able to, do all kinds of cybercrime.
Dude, I imagine it's like a TED Talk, so she's doing the even more ego stroke thing where she's like, here is the Matrix. Now, here is the Matrix as it is now, and it's like a bunch of wires. Pretty crazy, right? So what if we took out all these extra wires and we compressed it? That is what we're... Yeah, you're like, they do that like little thing, and everyone claps. Like, that's a good idea.
It's like, what if we made the Matrix wired again, but not physical wires? Instead, we use the data. She like throws like some Matrix buzzwords around.
Yeah, she hits the little clicker, and then like the little thing in the background comes up.
Yeah,
it's like the acronym.
Instead of the cloud of peer-to-peer, no, we centralize and distribute it. So there's choke points to prevent, and then we let God come down and boot like a hacker. And once a hacker tracks enough Overwatch score, what we call a convergence happens, and then Grid Overwatch kicks them out of the Matrix and reports their physical location to the authorities. That would include Nidoran authorities, where you, Ares, hold a security contract. But it's mostly like a moralizing thing. She doesn't even really focus on how it's a benefit to Ares. She just,
of course,
she hypes it up.
She's trying to get the plebs.
Yeah, it's like, like not the plebs, but like the wage slave middle class. Think of the people that have something to lose.
Yeah.
And it's not quite the like beat connect, but it's close.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, and then like there's the and all the wage slave feeds, like 2D hits a button and like applause appears in their heads up display.
Yeah.
On cue. But they play along. She does her thing. Who cares?
That's too good, man. That's way too good.
Yeah. So there's still all right. So Hikuro, while you're doing this, like something shows up in your text scroll on your HUD, and it's 2D, and it's like, hey, I know you sent those protesters. Can you get rid of them?
The mighty... he's going to text us, the mighty 2D, the one that could turn me into goo, is asking for my assistance with some lowly protesters? My word. And then he will send the message to have them disperse.
Gee, thanks to guess.
You are very welcome.
All right, yeah, the protesters just leave.
They leave in like a way that's like not subtle. They look at their phone and then just drop the
literally
sound.
all just start shuffling off like nothing happened and just leave all the signs and trash behind, of course, even though they're environmentalist protesters.
They're like,
of course
sad.
they would.
The director says cut and just go
Yes, literally.
Union strike.
Yeah. It's like, I love your talk show host show, by the way.
Oh, you are a follower as well.
No, not like that.
Well, whenever you wish to be a part, just let me know. We could use such a wonderful mind.
Sorry, I already sold my soul once. I can't. That's not refundable.
He's like, I have a contract.
I got a contract to the devil, even worse as a dragon.
Hey, look, you don't know. My girlfriend was pregnant, and she's an orc. You know how many kids I have now? 8. And 6, and 4 of them are mine. The other one was one of my teammates' kids, and the other one's a sprite that I compiled too much, and I let him sleep in my toaster, and then he became sentient. Look.
Hector's HUD is just filling up with all of this long diatribe about his personal life,
and it's all in elite speak, by the way.
Oh, Hector is just slowly gagging as he's reading this. I'm sure it is very difficult for you.
He sighs. I miss running.
Well, perhaps we will be able to in the future.
No, and he shuts off the connection.
He's like, ew.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to shower.
Yeah. Sorry, I already dealt with enough douchebag elf mages for one lifetime.
He just comes back on to say that?
Yeah, because he wanted to have the last word.
It reminds me of that episode of The Office where Dwight kept shunning.
Yeah, shun, unshun.
Shun, unshun. No, that's not what I meant. Shun.
He will literally just add on like platitudes and things like that for each time he says something.
Yeah.
Your connection has been blocked to Security Director McWilliams. Have a nice day.
Unblocked. No, listen here.
Smile afterwards and go, I won. I have the power.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to regret that.
Probably. I just picked on one of the most powerful trolls on the internet. And he's not even an actual troll.
Yeah, his foster daughter is, though.
I know all about his life now.
Yeah. Hey, you're an elf, and you're like, it's almost like your character is oriented towards getting people to trust him and tell them about their problems.
It's almost like that.
You could probably You could probably buy
your life.
you could probably buy one of her friends at school and just have her like go, yeah, I've been really listening to this guy and he's been really nice. And she goes, really? Wow, that's so cool.
You just conspire to ruin 2D's life.
Anyway, sorry, this is all just tangential.
Yeah, okay. So, it's time for you to go to the opera. So before she's even done, like the security goons immediately move and they start manhandling UMC and pat you down and take your Ares Predator. And
At the opera house?
No, like backstage still on Ares property, cheeky bastards.
And I'm like, excuse me, what the hell you think you're doing?
Securing the principal.
Securing the principal what? What am I gonna do? Give me that. I take my gun back. You listen here, and you listen carefully. This is Ares property. This is the most safe place this woman can be, all right? If anybody comes and messes with her, I'll shoot them myself. Are we understood?
All right, roll negotiation.
Yeah, sorry.
That is the sound.
Yeah, that was perfect timing.
Yeah, Tempo's taking a bathroom break. He's not going to kill those guys.
Yeah, Teppo just walks out of the bathroom, looks at the standoff going on, and just walks back in.
Yeah, there you go. I rolled 7.
All right, they stop. You're going to check your gun. You're going to check your gun at the entrance to the opera.
Of course,
You
I
will
know the
maintain-
security procedures. Don't talk to me like I'm a child. How dare you?
They just glare. They keep glaring at you, and they stop.
Thank
And
you.
One of them like nods very slightly. Great. Lamar comes backstage after the drawn on like applause. Totally not scripted. And it's time for she doesn't go backstage because it's time for Bradford Nice to go on stage and thank her for telling your company how to do business.
Okay. So it's time for him to go on stage now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he just walks up on stage. You're like, yeah, that was Delamar. Everybody give her a round of applause. That was Delamar. She was fantastic. Wasn't she fantastic? Probably one of the best speakers I think we've had on the stage for a long while. Thank you for that refreshing message. I just want to once again piggyback off what she said. We're trying to make a world a better place. We're trying to make this place safer. And I think her initiative is 100% behind, or Ares is 100% behind her initiative. So everybody, if you can, open your wallets and open your hearts to this young lady because she's trying really hard and she's making waves in this world. And I think we're going to make this a better place. Remember, Ares.
Ares!
Yeah,
making the world a safer place!
That's what I'm talking about. And then I look up at the guy who's filming the thing and I give him like the that's all I'm gonna say. Look like the cut it, you know.
Hard cut.
Yeah. Everyone who's ever seen this guy on TV probably expects this from him. So.
Like waving behind him the entire time, the Ares flag.
Yeah, no, like there was a teleprompter in your heads-up display the whole time.
Well, I didn't see it. So
yeah, like 2D messages, dude, we're not supposed to overtly endorse. Oh, whatever. We're gonna pass anyway.
yeah.
Fucking boomers want their cyberdecks back. Swear to God. Glad I don't have to put up with that bullshit, but you will.
Yeah. We'll see about that.
What, you think you're gonna emerge?
I'm not talking to you. This is just, dude, motherfucker, get out of my head. I was talking to myself.
You sending these
No, I already backdoored it.
Backdoored my consciousness. I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, yeah, no,
Don't fuck with me.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, no, I mean, MC knows it's an inevitability. 2D knows it's an inevitability. Pretty much anyone with a brain cell knows it's an inevitability. It's
yeah,
just
but you're still gonna take the anarchists on a ride by pretending to stop it.
right, because I like money and I like to also help build my organization. So yeah.
Which we're not talking about.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh no, Ares is gonna know about it because I'm probably gonna work with him a lot.
Oh yeah. They need that power. They need to make more power brokerage deals over Cleveland.
Well, essentially, it's going to be just a shadow organization. That's very much.
Yeah, you're going to be a high level fixer.
Yeah, pretty much. So
yeah, that's where the real money is.
Pretty much, and it's making sure people who hire Shadowrunners get specifically people for assassination and espionage.
Yeah.
So that's what MC is trying to do. That's for the audience, if you guys are wondering what his goal is. But yeah, everybody else in game doesn't know what he's trying to do.
Shadowrun Season 2.
Yeah.
Trailer run. Anyway.
Yeah.
Still, it's time for a night at the opera. And they're playing, let's see. What opera is?
Snow White or something?
Cat 7, sir. Are we on plebs?
No, they're playing Cats, the opera.
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no. Somebody, T-Square says, the new Ares Cyberdeck comes with 50 kilometers of Cat 5 cable so you can access the Matrix anywhere.
Please, God, tell me they're not doing like AR or something to make them have like the special effects for the movie that ran last year.
Oh, no. They biosculpted the actors to look like the actors from the 2019 release.
Arguably even worse.
Oh.
Right, so I think the original plan was to turn the play into a psyop by making some parts seem pointedly directed or at like Delamar's life or whatever, like make one of the actors look like her late husband or whatever.
Yeah.
Or have her some actress that looks like her burn at the pike for like going against the public will or whatever.
All right, I'm gonna roll to see how well she deals with that bullshit. But basically, fast forward, you guys go to the opera. You're in the box thing. Lamar makes a public they shine the spotlight on her. The guards hold you back so you don't. Well, actually, no, they want Nice to be publicly seen with her, and she does like a short Karen speech. Whatever, who gives a fuck? All right, let's see how she deals with you guys. If she picks up on the subtle fuckery you guys are doing at her. And if so, if she gets affected by it. Okay, gonna roll again. And now to see how... Okay, hang on. Rolling for how well the thing did. Rolling for how well she... Okay, yeah, she's not... either she doesn't notice the jabs, or...
Oh, she was on her phone the whole time.
Yeah.
She's that person who goes to the theater and just has a phone out the whole time.
Yeah, but it's an AR. She's like doing like really simple, like the Shadowrun equivalent of like Hello World and Python.
Or she's just playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, she's playing. There's like a canonical version of Candy Crush. It's like something's hermetic formula where it's like Candy Crush, but you're making like summoning circles and shit.
And she's obviously the kind of person to play that with her fucking speakers blaring out at max volume.
Yes, she is.
and keep in mind the play.
Gold, Your Majesty.
Oh, hey, have a good night. You take care, werewolf. Yeah, no, I just imagine she's playing this game, and like you have like a Tosca level opera going on in front of her, and she's just not even paying attention.
No. But anyway, you have her as a captive audience now, Mr. Nice. What's the next step of your master plan now that Hikaru's buttered her up?
Oh, to get her to convince her
to get her to be like super fucking self-assured and arrogant.
Oh,
yes, we build her up to break her down, fellas.
Yeah. Okay, so I must have walked out when you guys were talking about it. What exactly are we trying to do? I apologize.
Now is when you're trying to influence her to either for her to fuck up her project somehow, either by changing her mind or trying to push her so hard she's going to do something stupid and take a fall for it, or as a last resort, either kill her, kidnap her, or take a ritual sample of her to see if there's something you can do to salvage it.
I'm not gonna try to kill her if I can. I mean, if it comes down to it, but it's like, I mean, MC's like trying to get work here. He, you know, okay. Let me think about that for a second.
Great. Meanwhile, Teppo, is there anything you want to do in particular to set up for this as backup?
Well, I'm still doing the whole. I'm still just doing the whole shadowing thing where I'm just ready, just on standby in case shit pops off. But if necessary, I can do shit like I don't know, plant bugs or search for information or like take care of some of her security detail if you want, or like create a distraction somewhere so you can like get closer with her or whatever. It's kind of up to you, but if you need something done, I can do it.
Yeah, she's
Is
because otherwise
she-
she's just playing Fermat's last hermetic equation on her phone.
Let me ask you this: is she connected to the network that she's trying to sell, like right now?
No, she's not trying to sell anything. She's not affiliated with any corp.
I'm
The
not trying to say
people back-
sell. I meant like not literally sell, like what she was talking about, like what she was saying on stage. Is she in that network that she's trying to pitch to the people?
So she's not affiliated with any megacorp. That's okay. Basically, the people she's shadow affiliated with are the justices of the corporate court. So the corporate court is like the UN for the top 10 mega corporations. Each of them sends a representative as a justice. They are the ones that declare, that make, it's like the Supreme Court. They do judicial review on like they settle disputes between corporations and nation states, stuff like that. So the corporate court is backing her to get public and corporate support for there to be a network for the matrix to be divided in networks, and all of them would be overseen and backdoored by the corporate court forces.
And does the general public know about that?
The general public knows that the corporate court would be the one overseeing this, but they don't know what their involvement is with Lamar. They think she's just some rich lady, from old world nobility, and she's just such a great speaker that the corporations are willing to give her time of day and seriously consider her. And there's a bunch of social media presence up with that, which is all like astroturfed by corporate court agents and Shadowrunners they hired to support that. But like if you go on alternative media, people will talk about this, but mainstream media is just like, no, she's just a rich lady and she has this great idea to make the Matrix safer. And she's so great that the corporations are inviting her to talk about it.
Yes, please consume product.
A true philanthropist.
Well then I guess the goal here would be to convince her to go ahead and just start telling people exactly, like, throw off the veil. Just go ahead and tell her exactly what she's doing, because why wouldn't they believe her? She's clearly a great speaker. They trust her more than anything. So why hide behind a veil of some sort of shadow organization or anything? Just say, hey, I work for the UN courts. I inadvertently am being worked through with the UN courts, and they're trying to do us give us a better place and give us more favor.
All right, we'll role play that out.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure how I can phrase that. That's what I'm trying to think here.
I guess what you can do is just keep building up her ego and then just nudge her in the way of just going full
that's what I was
mask
thinking.
off and whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Something like that. Okay, let me try something here. So just go. I'm like,
I can do shit like remove like mutes or whatever they might have for like public access comms for her or whatever. So when she starts, just fucking gaffing off about whatever the fuck, they don't like just put that shit on shutdown.
Give me a palming check to sneak something on her stuff without regards noticing. Then we'll plant a bug without getting noticed.
I like that. Yeah.
Is there possible that to almost assist in this endeavor, almost make an audible whisper, like gossip, that the actors look like they're making fun of her, just like saying Tepo?
You would be projecting an auditory spell, like an auditory illusion, onto the stage, and you're going to get away with it because magic is part of the production. The guards aren't going to be like, whoop whoop, somebody's casting spells, whoop whoop. It's like, oh no, it's part of the show. Oh, geez, Tepo. You might actually fucking make it past their security scan. Ooh, do you want to edge that, Tepo?
Yeah.
All right.
So it's gonna be 14 plus my edge, which is
failed dice. So it's gonna be 6 plus your edge, so 12.
Okay. So just roll on edge, so 12.
Yeah, edge, and put 12 hit on her. Okay. Yeah. Holy shit! You somehow managed to sneak a little bug And not only that, but sneak the signal out towards, whatever. You guys can broadcast that over. Who do you want to broadcast it to? Usenet, so the mainstream media picks up on this conversation and can leak it out to the public later?
Oh, maybe the anarchist guys, since they can manipulate it later as well.
Yeah, but the anarchist guys aren't going to be able to publish it. They already know she's...
They're not credible.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that they can further modify it to make it even more incriminating by running fucking high quality fucking void
deep fake. That can be for something they would be able to detect it.
Yeah,
and
they would.
Say oh no, she deep faked. These terrorists deep faked it. Oh my god.
Would I be able to use one of my contacts in Usenet to help with that?
So basically, you're just gonna ring up your news anchor guy.
Yeah.
Right, hang on. Let me bring up his info because his character art is pretty fucking funny.
Why deep fake when you can actually get the truth?
Right. Hang on, one sec.
He's all about them fucking dirty scoops. Here it is. It's fucking Joe Martin.
Yeah, I'm trying to find his portrait here because it's great.
Oh yeah.
I'll post it for you.
You post? Okay.
Shadowrun channel. There. Our boy.
Oh yes. Here's our news anchor guy.
Yes. My favorite sleep paralysis demon, Joe Martin.
All right, so he picks up. Hello, Teppo.
I'm just gonna not even bother with the pretense and do you want the scoop of the decade?
Whoa. What? Define scoop.
Lamar ruining her entire public image.
Oh, that sounds too good to be true. How do I know it's for real?
When have I ever had the pretense to lie to you?
Oh man, good point. Give me a etiquette check.
Sure.
Just don't fucking.
Yeah. So you basically just don't fucking get a critical glitch or some shit.
Get at least a hit.
Yeah.
So whoa. Do you want this rolling? Well, you probably don't want it rolling live. You'll fucking die. But when do you want this published?
That'll depend on what you think is best. And I'm directing this at the other members of the party. When do you think this should be aired, MC?
Oh, this should be aired when we leave the building.
All right, so you're just gonna beam it over to him once you you're gonna have it on so it's like a hardwired bug, so there's no wireless, and then you're just gonna
and make sure that it's fully certified. There's plenty of verifying information that this couldn't have been doctored or whatever.
Yeah, because I want to leave the building when something like that goes live, and then she can look over and go, "You're not who you say you are," and then I rip my mask off, and I'm like, "No, I'm Bond, James Bond."
You pull off your mask and then put on the elf ear extensions.
Yes, I'm MC. No, I turned to the camera it was me the entire time, MC.
Well. I hope you have a place to lie low after this, because the corporate court's probably gonna be on your ass. Because if they're gonna kick down my door and I'm gonna talk, they're probably gonna torture me. But it's gonna be worth it.
I like this guy.
Well, if you need a bolt hole to hide in, I have connections for that.
Oh, I can't be caught with you. I'll be waiting for your signal. I'm Joe Martin. Usenet afternoon anchor.
I just fucking turn off.
Stay classy, Seattle.
Yeah, stay classy, Seattle. Go fuck yourself, Seattle.
I just turn off the call and just say we're in.
We're in.
We're in. No, hang on. You got to say it the right way.
We're in.
And no, she's not female George Soros Man Ray. George Soros, the corporate court is the George Soros here.
All right.
Great. Okay, so now all that's left is for you to do your thing, MC, and then we're gonna cut to you guys trying to not get killed as you're hunted down by the corporate court.
How fast are they gonna come? Damn.
Probably immediately after.
There's a laser
less
on your
than a
forehead.
second after that thing airs.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I like the car chase thing sounds awesome, so let's do that. All right. None of us know how to drive, so here we go.
I do, but I only have a bike.
Yeah. Well, you can drive. You can drive.
You guys are basically your plan is to run away to Hikura's cult compound, get in his plane, and fuck off, and come to Brazil and go to Brazil. or
Come to
something.
Brazil. Yes, yeah, that's exactly right. We're gonna go to.
a pillow talk.
We had a great.
Okay.
MC has a lot of great contacts in Brazil, so yeah, that's a great idea. He's gonna be on the airplane sipping that card Bordeaux unless he dies.
Yes.
All right, so here we go. All right, so
Also, just for my character specifically, not to derail, but I assume my character would have make sure that my own contacts and my sensei specifically would be protected from me in case shit went down, right?
Yeah, you just tell Sensei to go into hiding, and he knows what to do.
All right, cool.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll move all your stuff out of your unit.
all right, so let me try to convince Lady Delamar here to do her thing, and I am going to try to use all the edge I have to try to do this. Well,
Okay.
not all at once now, just like I'm going to try my negotiation stuff or whatever
Okay.
you want me to roll. Okay.
All right. So what are you trying to? What are you telling?
I'm just gonna like say, Miss Delamar, I have to admit I'm quite impressed by you and your power on stage. You're probably one of the most powerful presences besides myself that I think I've ever met. And
She's not a great public speaker. She's like, okay, but yeah.
And I'm like, I know, I'm a bit rough around the edges, and that's for my own kind of people. You have your own kind of people, and that tends to be the majority of Seattle. You see, there are a certain amount of people who listen to me, and there's a lot more people who listen to you. You truly are a very powerful lady, and I just wanted to say I respect you for that.
We need to respect. MC respects women. Role etiquette.
Yeah. All right. And did I roll? Did it go through?
I
No.
don't see it.
No. Try it again.
Oh yeah. And Psydoc, give me a spellcasting check to see how good your illusions are.
I'm gonna edge that.
Okay. You want to just? You said you're using all your edge up. It's probably going to be 3 rolls. So how about you just redo that, and you put, instead of re-rolling the failed dice, you're just going to roll 20 dice on the edge macro.
Okay.
All right, Hikura, I'm going to roll your spellcasting to see how good your illusion is, and then I'm going to roll your con to see how good your shit posting is. Okay, the spell is really good. Okay.
Because I have more edge than one. I have way more edge.
Yeah, you'd have 20 dice. It's just not a lot of the dice exploded. So, Psydoc, what exactly are you having these illusions say to her?
It's
You're just gonna make. Do you want to make it sound like they're stage whispering, like they're whispering backstage about her or something?
yes, just enough that kind of like that societal talk about, oh, I'd be so ashamed if I was her. Look at how they portray her. She's a sham. How old she's becoming. How alone. How she's not convincing anybody. This is
Alright.
all a ploy.
That's pretty good. Okay, so she's kind of on edge at that. It didn't rattle her a whole lot, but it's giving her a penalty. Right, so you did your woman respect routine. Says, oh, why, thank you, Mr. Nice. I wasn't told to expect you'd be so willing to please.
Oh, of course. You got a wonderful attitude, and I appreciate it. More so than anything, I think you're more ready for office than anyone else here. I have to.
Oh, no, I don't want to take any formal position. I want to leave this to the professionals like you.
You have to understand, Miss Nice. The people out there, they love you. They need you. Goddammit, the city needs you. More than anything, I think that Seattle could need a lady in office who has the kind of power you do. Somebody who could really make changes. You're making waves beyond anything, and just being an individual, that's not going to give you that. Time to throw away the cloak, ma'am. It's time to be the person that you were always meant to be.
All right, give me a con check. It's going to be 20 dice on the edge macro again.
You got it, buddy.
And you have 2 edge left. Oh man! All right. Let's see how she does here.
Let's see how far down her throat this bait gets stuck.
She seems to be having a what's the word? An epiphany. I think I should run for office.
Absolutely. I think you're more qualified than any other person I've met, and I know a lot of excuse my language, ma'am. I know a lot of dick bags. And I'll tell you right now, I think the city needs change, and it needs somebody in power, somebody who actually knows how to handle power, and that's you.
But they'd accept. I'm an outsider. I mean, compared to the likes of Brackhaven and that orc McAllister. I mean, they elected a Shadowrunner for mayor of a slum, and that Sam Hyde fellow. I'm not sure how he keeps getting away with it.
Well, ma'am, I'll just be quite honest with you. I think the city doesn't know what it really wants, and we need order, and you're the person to bring that order. It's time to cast away the shroud of whatever it is that, whatever she's supposed to be hiding, and tell them what you really are for, who you are, the people, and more importantly, the courts of the UN. You know?
The corporate court.
Yeah, the corporate court.
I think she's going to interpret this more as like striking out on her own and like fuck the corporate court.
Yeah. Let's do it that way.
Like you're redirecting her efforts.
Yes. That's what I'm.
Shit, that would
Thank
work.
you.
I mean, as long as the corporate court no longer has a toady to just parrot what they want, that'd be a success as well.
She's going to announce her candidacy for government.
It's gonna be like fucking Kanye announcing his fucking presidential campaign.
Exactly.
2020.
Well, I suppose if a dragon could win, we'll start small. Just the Metroplex governorship. I'll have to talk to my people to get my UCAS citizenship, but I assume, of course, I would have your endorsement and backing for this, Mr. Nice.
Ma'am, you have the entire backing of the Ares Corporation.
You can assure that.
Yes, I'll go back to the office, and right after this meeting, I'll get the paper signed up and sent right to your people. Yes, we still use paper. I know it's a little bit primitive, but
it's unhackable. That's what the corporate court has to do. I mean, with Chaos Engine playing havoc with everything.
Of course.
Paper and briefcases. Can you believe it?
Of course. Believe me, I've dealt with a lot worse. I have to deal with the lowest of the low all day, ma'am.
So we'll still have to institute the grid system, but Seattle could serve as a perfect example for it. I mean, it's isolated from. You're a genius, Mr. Nice. It's isolated from the rest of the Yucca, so it would have its own Emerald City grid. We'll hire Emerald City overlays to, the AR artists to run it. I can see this working out quite well. Give me a leadership check. 20 dice using the edge macro.
Sure. I'll try that.
All right. It's like, but should I announce my should I start my? I'm gonna make some calls. Do you think I should announce my campaign here and now, once the performance is over?
Oh, of course. Go out on stage and tell them right what you're. Tell them right from the heart.
All right.
And also thank the actors. They worked really, really hard on this play.
All right. If Nice overtly supports her on this,
he's not. He's saying this. Saying like, "Oh yeah, I support you. Let me go back to my office and get paper to prove that, and I never come back."
Yes, typical corporate thing. All right.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Because then she'll go to Nice and be like, "I didn't make any kind of arrangement like that. Do you have any paper, ma'am? I don't think so." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and Nice wasn't actually there. That was Shadowrunners.
Capto Brazil.
They made it to Mexico.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. Actually, I think you're not going to want to go to Brazil because you're not going to make it in time. You're going to go to the Appalachian exclusion zone.
That's fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeehaw.
We'll figure out something. All right. So, all right, the performance ends, and she interrupts, before they finish, like, applauding all the actors. And she said, "I want to announce my candidacy for the Seattle Metroplex governorship as an independent. Now, I know I don't have citizenship yet and for this country and blah, blah, blah." She just starts going for that. Let's see how well she does.
Oh, God.
Not very well at all. People are just kind of stunned silence.
It's like that.
Can I make the illusion that in her mind, like they're clapping?
What was that one politician who was like, "We're gonna go to the White House. We're gonna go to the thing," and he goes, "Yeah!" It's like what she does.
Teppo's just like in the back of the theater. He just gets up and starts clapping, but slowly tapers off as nobody else claps.
Yeah. Mike, do you have that effect handy?
I do not. Fuck.
Okay, yeah, it's just like
I have it on the other computer.
yeah.
Yeah, they're just doing that.
Yeah. Just fucking sits back down.
And I get
You want to cast another illusion to make it sound like there's a bunch of
Yeah, just at least in her mind, just really drum up.
All right. Well, if you project into her mind, like their mage is gonna notice that.
Oh, but more okay. Maybe just using what's on the stage since he's on the stage. Can
All
you
right.
do
So
that?
it's obviously, so you do that, and it's very obviously faked. So people are gonna. So well, let's see what the result of that is. And she just she keeps going on. Nice. Do you want to wait around till the end, or do you want to exit?
Dude. When she started walking away, I'm.
So it'll be recording all of this until like inevitably a security guard tackles her or something. So I say we get the fuck out of Dodge.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm basically like, as soon as she started walking toward that stage, I like messaged my boys. I'm like, we out. We're done. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. So you walk out. You just walk out and you get back in the car and you take your mask off and you put your little elf ear extensions on. Is that right, MC?
No,
Right.
he had them on the whole time, so it's like the ears like.
Shake his head as he watches this shameful display.
Shameful display.
Shameful display.
All right, MC, you get all right, MC. I'm sorry, Teppo, you get a call from Joe Martin, and he says, "Hi, Teppo. I'm Joe Martin, Newsnet Evening 8 News. I'm going to need that footage right now, given that publicity stunt she did."
I'll make sure that I'm sitting on my bike. I've got my fucking power arm, and I'm just starting to accelerate at the moment I send that footage to him.
oh no, that's gonna be I'll
make sure to let you guys know that I'm sending that the moment I send the footage that we're supposed to be already going high speed towards the hideout.
Yeah.
All right, I'd say you have around I think an hour. No, they're gonna start coming after you the moment I start the show. You have about 30 minutes to get the hell out of Dodge. Good luck.
Oh shit.
I'm Joe Martin, Newsnet Evening Anchor.
Yeah, just fucking calm off and just be like, we need to go.
Stay classy, yeah, and you cut them off.
Yeah, I just calm everyone else to say we need to go now.
All right, so it's time for you guys to fuck off. Teppo, give me a drive check to just tear ass up towards Snohomish.
Yeah, I'll sort of trailblaze and help you guys with your navigation check by figuring out what's the best route you should take. Cause my fucking bike has a speed of what, like 260 miles per hour or something.
Yeah, something like that. MC, give me your pilot groundcraft car.
Oh boy. I don't know anything. Yeah, I have. Actually, I have 10. Never mind. I don't know why I'm saying it like that.
Could I roll area knowledge to figure out a good route or something?
Wait.
That'd be more navigation.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, so you managed to avoid the worst of the evening rush hour third shift traffic, and you make it across the border to Snohomish when several of your contacts send messages to you saying like, "Oh shit, there's all kinds of goons coming after us. Oh god, I don't know you. No, nothing personal. I don't know you. I love you, man, but I don't know you."
Yes.
And then they close, and you make it into the estate where Hikura bases his cult out of. And Hikura, some of your goons, which one would it be? Oh, the big titty Oni wizard says, "Master." What do you ask them? How do you ask them to address you by?
Master works beautifully.
All right, Master. It's time, just like the story of Ruby Ridge you told us of.
Yes, my child. It is almost that moment. Prepare for the next stage.
All right. As the prophecy foretold, And I'm just gonna roll leadership for you. Okay, so they're gonna organize to go down fighting. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna try to? How are you guys gonna try to escape? Just aircraft or smuggle yourselves out some other way?
No,
You're
that,
up at the yellow dot. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say the oh yeah, we're at the yellow dot. Okay, I was gonna say aircraft's fine.
All right. Also, Teppo, 10 million Nuyen has been deposited into your account.
Nice. Would I be able to, on a short notice, buy a fucking VTOL or something?
No.
Oh, fair.
Not on
Okay,
short notice. You got one of those laying around that I could borrow?
Would I be able to call my fucking T-Bird smuggler then?
He's not gonna touch you with a 10-foot pole.
Alright, fair.
You wanna die? All right, so you get up to Hikura's luxury aircraft. Do any of you know how to actually fly a plane?
I thought Hikaru would have a fucking pilot. Damn, you broke as fuck.
I mean,
Don't you be talking about my foot like that.
he has a pilot, but he's not a cybered up crazy runner like any of you guys. He's just like, this is your captain speaking.
I do not have a piloting ability at all.
I know how to pilot a plane.
How well?
I have a 9 die.
Okay, MC, you have skill wires, MC.
Oh, I do.
So what you can do is you can download an autosoft so you know how to fly a plane. Let me see what the availability is. Active soft, skill soft. Okay, so you want. Okay, so that's availability 8.
Oh wait, shit! I forgot. I have a VTOL, right? It's not on the most recent sheet I sent you, but I still have the money left after I've bought it.
Okay, so are you guys gonna convoy, or are you gonna? The VTOL is more. You can land anywhere, but it's not as fast.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get out of here fast.
All right, so MC, give me a negotiation check or a data search check for you to like Google search and purchase an active soft
Data search.
Fast enough for you to be able to download
7 die.
the pilot skills.
Let's see how we do on this.
You have
Probably at just one.
For data search, I only have 7.
Oh, okay. Well, 2 successes is enough to get like a rating 4-1. So now you have 10 dice to pilot.
Okay.
All right. So you all bunch in on the plane, and you get cleared for landing. As you start to take off, you see a bunch of cultists start summoning spirits and shit, and a bunch of unmarked black helicopters and shit start circling down, and a shootout ensues over there.
Oh shit! I'm like, this is Orion. Orion here. I've always wanted to say that. Welcome to the quickest getaway that we could possibly go. Let's get out of here.
All right, MC, give me a pilot groundcraft check to avoid the drones that were dispatched to gun you down in your unarmed luxury aircraft.
Would I be able to like pop open the back or something and assist with my fucking Gauss cannon? Gauss cannon.
It has a weapon mount. It has a fucking minigun on it.
Oh yes, Hekura has armed this thing.
All right, Hekura, you have the gunnery skill?
I pay people to do this for me.
Okay, you just.
I have gunnery.
All right, I'll just.
I am
you're gonna use yours. You're gonna open the bay door like Naked Snake and Metal Gear Solid 3 and just pick off these fucking interceptor drones with your.
Yeah, I've got like gecko grips and the whole 9 miles, as well as a fucking heavy power armor with magnetic like attachment shit, so I can just like clamp myself to the side of it or crawl around of it while I use my fucking Gauss cannon.
All right. Okay, so Hekura, I'm just gonna say you're just sitting back and issuing.
He needs to go into the bathroom because he's not used to this kind of high level. The Quaaludes are weighing off me.
Yeah, you still feel great.
Wow! I'm in the bathroom. Yeah.
All right, so the lockdown countermeasures hold, so you don't just get blown the fuck out and you start jamming the shit out of everything, but it's still not quite enough to keep them off. They're still trailing you. So the minigun goes off and it blows up one of the drones. Teppo, give me your shooting check as you climb clomp to the top of this airplane and you start, having to shoot up with these drones.
My plane.
All right. So for my at what range would the drones be? Would they be like near the plane or like dog fighting ranges?
Dogfighting range is still like upwards to several kilometers, depending on like how future this is. But I'm gonna
Oh,
just
if it's like if by drone you mean like automatic plane, or by drone you mean like just really fast like smaller drone, then we'll
okay,
probably
so Metal Gear Solid 3 when Snake gets deployed in that super fast turbojet drone.
Oh God, yeah.
They're like those, but they have surface to surface. They have air to air missiles.
Okay, so I'm probably gonna be using my Gauss cannon for this. So let me just roll for my fucking heavy weapons here. I have a
Gauss
15 dice pool.
Great, wake the fuck up, samurai!
Wake up, samurai.
All right,
Hey, whoa.
whoa, you're breathtaking.
Breathtaking.
Right, you hear the line of the Gauss rifle as the coils power up, and then yeet that fucking 15 millimeter metal tube straight at one of the drones and just blows it out of the sky. Mike, give me another pilot check.
You got
And
it.
the Gauss rifle is not single shot, it's single action, so I can keep shooting as well.
One sec.
Wake up, samurai. That's an impressive cock.
Whoa. Whoa, let's see what we got here. Whoa. Nice cock. Is that penis too? I see you didn't put the length all the way up. Nice. So where are you planning to go, Mike? Right now you're like, which way are you going? Are you going?
We're going to the. Well, you said we can go to Appalachia, right? That's where we're headed.
Yeah, you can go to. Well, okay. So if you go north, you can try to go north into like the deep Pacific wilderness, like arboreal Canadian wilderness. You can go west and try to reach like some fuck off island. You can go east to go because like there's dead zones in the middle of nowhere in the Great Plains as well. You can go south to like.
We're going. Well, let's go.
If you want to make sure absolutely nobody follows us, we could go to Chicago.
Yeah, let's go east.
All right, you're gonna start going to Bug City then. Nice.
Yeah.
God. All right, I'm gonna roll something here for MC. One sec.
Just in the back, Hakura's just like, this is amazing!
This would be like the end of a Call of Duty mission.
Exactly.
It's like everyone's. It's like get on the gun.
Oh, maybe I could try to use since my guy's kind of like a guerrilla fighter, maybe he can think of ideas of where to land and how to disappear in this hell.
All right. Tepo. So you give me another shooty check.
Sure. How are the drones like closely clustered together where I could hit them with an EMP? Okay, so yeah, I'll just keep picking them off with my fucking Gauss rifle.
And you see that there's this one super fucking turbocharged plane coming towards you, and you can see that there's that it's carrying people. They hired people to come after you to come at you and kill you all.
Nice.
All right, you blow out one of the drones, or are you going to focus on the plane?
I'm gonna blow out enough drones where they're not gonna like just completely just be able to easily destroy our wings or whatever before focusing on the plane.
All right, you managed to take out the drones for now. It's just the plane. Mike, give me another.
Okay, then as for the plane, I'll aim for its sensors first to make sure that they have a harder time staying on our tail and targeting us with weapons, if it's possible to detect the sensors or whatever.
Okay, actually, give me initiative.
Sure.
Oh, initiative, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 11.
I didn't roll it correctly. I didn't have my tokens gone. Yeah, that's all right.
Oh shit! I forgot to add my modifiers. Let me redo that. There we go. And I have 4 initiative passes. Well, damn.
All right, the corporate court guys try to get close on their plane. Let's see if their rigger manages to pilot you close enough. Mike, give me a pilot check to try to, jump out of that.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, they don't manage to get there quite yet. But the plane. Sorry, go on.
I just yell. I'm like, you both should be on guns or something.
Yeah. All right, Teppo, you're still maglocked to the roof of this plane as it's flying like a bat out of hell towards Chicago. You get a message from Burke, and it says, "I'm pulling in all the favors I can to keep the Sioux military from just blowing you out of the sky. It's just you and the corporate court.
I'll just send him a thumbs up emoji.
It'll be just like the job. It'll be just like the bus job, except Twitch isn't there to just pull your ass out of fire this time.
All right.
You got it, Ninja.
Yeah, all right. Let's see if I can save the day now.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna be trying to target one of the engines of the craft in pursuit of us currently.
All right.
To try to slow it down a bit.
Sure.
Is that gonna be a call shot or just roll normally?
Yeah, just roll normally.
Bang, bang.
All right. Yeah, it manages to just barrel roll out of the way. All right, MC. This is your pilot around Hikura. What do you do? You're in the bathroom.
Well,
I mean, the minigun is probably remote operation, so you can just use your comlink to use it while you're taking a shit.
So I have access to like exactly what is going on with the ship, where we're going, all of that.
You can see through Teppo's eyes, and you can see through the cockpit front and back cameras and the atmosphere sensors and shit.
Is it?
Teppo has a massive fucking Gauss cannon, and he's just shooting at this jet as it's trying to come close and drop off a bunch of badasses on it. And you're inside the bathroom.
Okay. Is it possible to use my increase reflexes to help our pilot?
You can. Okay, so if you get out of the bathroom,
Wait, he's leaving the bathroom.
Sorry,
Grimaloon, thanks for this courtesy.
Line of sight of MC, you can cast increase reflexes on him. He's not going to get more turns, but he'll get more reflex stat, which is good for piloting.
Reaction, you mean?
Yeah, reaction.
Right.
So do you want to do that?
Most definitely.
All right. Okay, I'm going to roll your... I'm going to give you a force... What's your magic rating? 7? Okay, I'm going to give you a force 7 increase reflexes check. All right, MC, you have one more. You have 11 dice to pilot. And
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. So Hikura, because you don't have the turn economy bullshit that everyone else here does, you're gonna be acting a whole lot less. All right. Corporate plane tries to approach again. I'm just gonna. Mike, give me 11 dice to try to avoid getting boarded.
Oof.
All right. They deposit their team of 5 badasses on board, and they're all wearing. Well, actually, I'm gonna make them roll for it because this is cartoon physics even for Shadowrun. Target number is a 3.
Damn, it's a lot of 6s.
Yeah, they got 16 dice, so.
That's my level of dice pool.
Yeah, they all do like the superhero landing and clamp their boots on.
They're on the outside of the plane?
Yeah, they're on top of the plane with Teppo.
Jesus.
All right, Teppo, what do you do?
All right, so I assume they're also all wearing power armor as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would I be able to use EMP to disable their electromagnetic clamps so they just like fucking fly off the plane?
Yeah, you can try that.
All right, I'll use my fucking wrist-mounted grenade launcher to, and just shoot just try to airburst a bunch of like EMP mini grenades on them.
Okay, roll heavy weapons.
And okay, let's see here, 13. Damn. Well, it's still it does it. What just mean? Well, the airburst, it just means it doesn't. It only scatters by. It doesn't scatter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you only catch 2 of them.
Right.
And because they're mag locked in, they can't do all kinds of flips and dodges and shit. Because they actually have like self-preservation and shit, unlike you. Right.
I mean, they can still use like gecko grips and whatever. It just means that they can't, walk. Just can't just fucking skate around.
They can't use the gecko grips because you're in the clouds. And
oh
so,
yeah.
So I'm gonna roll their gymnastics to see if they're able to hold on. It's gonna be like a -8. All right, one of them flies off like, ah!
It does the oh man, I need to put the Wilhelm scream on there. It goes ah!
All right, and the other one manages to hold on. All right,
and
your turn.
Also, I can drop my fucking Gauss cannon as a free action since it's on a sling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna instead of manually piloting, I'm gonna just do the mental piloting thing, and I'm gonna try to defend the plane. Where is Hekra and Tepa?
So Hekra's in the cabin. Hekra's not in the cabin. He's like in the the passenger area with you.
Okay.
Just as the bathroom. Tepa is on top of the plane, and there's 4 badass super soldiers on top of the plane with them.
Okay. Then yeah, I just go. I go up to Hekra and I'm like, we have to be able to defend the plane from all the attack, and then I immediately pull out my pistol and I shoot him in the face.
What?
Yes.
Roll. Okay, roll pistols.
Okay. Yep, that'd be 7. Do I get any bonuses because I'm doing it at point blank?
Yeah, you get 3.
Okay, so I'll put the 3.
All right, Hekra, I'm going to give you a perception check to see if you notice this. Let me know if you want to use your last edge at any time.
Hell yes, I'll use my edge to avoid this.
It's stick and shock. You'll be all right.
Okay, so MC, give me a palming check to oppose that.
Palming.
12 dice.
Yep.
Shut up, bitch.
And you're wearing like your shaman mask and your lion coat, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, no, you don't see it coming until it's too late, and you take the damage. So stick and shock does how much damage again? 6 stun, electric, AP -half. So you have 5 impact armor. That becomes 3, 6, plus 6 because you have non-conductivity min-max. All right, 9 dice, and you're out of edge. Okay, so you take 3 stun damage, Hikura, and you're at a -1 to everything as you get shot, and you just go as the zappy zap, as the bullet knocks the wind out of you, and it starts to zap you. It's not your turn yet because MC has like 3 turns for every one you have. Corporate court badass times. Let's see. They're gonna try to hack into Tepa's shit.
Of course, I'm using all just like physical connections for my stuff, like data checks and so on, since I have that.
Well, hang on. So your grenade launcher is built into a smart gun, right?
Yes, but it's all running internal connections basically because I have my data check. I'm not using I don't use a pan that's wirelessly transmitting.
Okay. All right. Then their team hacker tries to do some shit and he fails. All right. So their spellcaster their mage is going to cast. He's going to cast levitate on you. So you
Amazing.
so you just fly off the plane.
Would that still work despite the magnetic, or would it be like a contested roll to
It'll
see
be
if the?
contested roll.
Okay.
All right, give me your body willpower +3 tempo.
Let me just double check the values for that. So it's 3 + 5, 8 + 3.
Yep.
Damn.
Give me a gymnastics check to not get yeeted off the plane.
Yeah. Would I be able to instead of gymnastics try to like fucking use my sword to fucking hook on to one of them as I fly as I like start to float off?
Hell yeah, it'll make it harder for you. That's awesome. It'll make it harder for you.
That's fucking sweet.
That'll make it harder for you to stay on the plane, though. Are you packing a parachute, by the way?
I'm packing a wingsuit.
Oh, that's fucking sick. All right. Okay. Roll your. Wait, do you have a foot anchor in your power armor?
I do.
Okay. Then
But I didn't activate it because it might breach the pressure of the plane.
yeah, fair enough. All right. Well, give me a blades check.
Any bonuses since I'm flying at them at like fucking 500 miles an hour or something?
No, because you're not controlling the direction and way that you're flying. I'm
Okay,
not giving any penalties because this is fucking awesome.
It hits.
All right, I'm gonna roll the guy's perception to see if he even gets to try to dodge. Give me a perception check to see if you notice which one is the mage.
Okay. That would be. Would it be visual or
Yeah,
like fucking?
No, it wouldn't be visual because he's not doing it. It would just be like a sixth sense sort of thing.
Okay.
So just. All right.
Damn.
I'm gonna eliminate it to a 1 in 2 chance. So call it heads or tails.
Tails.
Where is it going when you eat one? Fuck, we live in the future. D2 time. 1 or 2.
2. I'll roll it. Oh, nice.
All right, you catch the fucking mage.
Nice.
I'm gonna roll something for him. All right, the mage starts flying like ah! And now give me a gymnastics check to not fucking fly off the plane.
I'm going to edge this.
As you should.
Okay. So do I just put roll and then add an edge bonus, or just do edge?
Just use the edge macro and roll. What would this be? 20 dice.
It's dice pool plus edge, so it'd be 14 plus the edge I have remaining, which is 4.
No, it's total edge. So it's 20.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, you just you start to you cut the guy down as you're levitating, so the spell ends. And you just catch on the tail wing and you clamp back on the back.
Nice.
Now it's I'm gonna say that was an fuck it, yeah, go again. There's
Nice.
3
Okay.
left.
Let me see here. So since they're all still magnetically attached, a lubricant wouldn't work. So instead, what I'm going to do is if I ran an electric current through the outside of the plane, would it go up through their power armor? Since the plane also has a metal outside, or would the non-conductivity eliminate that?
No, it'll damage them, but they min-max their non-conductivity on their armor. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, then I'll just pop off a few more EMP grenades.
Yeah.
This is like fucking badass.
Yeah, this is what fucking
No
Street Samurai do.
kidding.
Yep.
They're probably gonna dodge that. Let's see.
What is upwind after all?
Yeah. Okay, one of them gets caught. Let me see if he falls. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Oh baby.
College.
I should have
They're
got
fucking
my
court-approved college.
They're gonna be fine though. They're just probably gonna get executed for failure. Anyway, MC, it's your turn again.
Oh, I'm going to finish what I started. I'm going to walk up to the shocking
You're just like shooting him like 5 times
in the face,
in the face.
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
with stick and shock. Yes,
that's gonna be 14 dice.
you got it.
All right, Hikura gets to actually try to dodge now. Let's see here. Do you have gymnastics? Oh, not very good. This isn't your forte.
No, he's more of a social.
All right, well, you don't have any armor that counts for this because you're getting shot in the face, so it's just your body versus 6 stun damage. Or you take 4 stun damage. You're now at a -2 to everything, which I forgot to take into account, but fuck it. You'll get to go on your next pass, Sakura. All right. Okay, so it's one last court agent, Teppo. And he puts his gun down, and he draws a katana, and he puts it... Yeah, and he does like a 2-handed grip, and then he reaches out with one hand, and he does like the kung fu, come here, come and get it motion with his hand. You have to holding it back towards him.
Yeah, that's good.
And this guy is an adept, so he activates the whatchamacallit, the hydraulic jacks in his armor, so he basically Incredible Hulk jumps towards you and it does like the Yoda spinning thing as he flies out and tries to slice you in half.
All right. I didn't do full defense, so I won't be able to just fucking throw him off the plane with a martial art maneuver, but I can still block him.
All right, give me a block check.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean right post, which is a weapon, what I have to roll weapon.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to right post him, but you can try to block. So that would be your blades rating because you have your what is it, the vibro sword?
Yeah, vibro sword, and my dice pool for that is it's actually a bit higher because it's not counting the martial arts effort, so I have a dice pool of 19 for that.
Okay, well, roll for that. Oh man! All right, so you manage to deflect the blade, but he does manage to cut you on the downswing. So because Taiga is to attacker in the system, so give me your impact armor. -3.
Okay, let me just make sure I've got my fucking power armor equipped here.
Yeah, you're rolling 15.
I'm just gonna double check here for you. Yeah, I have impact of armor of 22.
Other stuff doesn't stack with heavy military armor.
It's not stacking. I'm applying ortho skin, bone augmentation, and a military helmet.
Okay, go ahead then. So you're gonna roll 19 plus 25 dice to soak.
19 plus 20, so 25 total.
25 total, yeah.
As my impact armor is 22.
Yeah, I know, but and you have your damage resistance of 6, but the penetration is 3.
Okay. So 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You take 5 stun damage from the force of the blow.
Okay. 1, 2.
Hey, it's not against
3.
me this time.
Yeah. It just clangs against your armor, but it still hurts like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Now I'm at a -1 to actions.
Yep. Now it's your turn.
Okay. So now he is in melee with me, correct?
Yes. And he's found sideways on the tail of the plane.
Of course he is.
He has a high ground.
Of course he does. All right, so I'm going to maneuver into a clinch with him by rolling just my blade skill again.
So you're gonna try to grab them?
No, clinch is you just eliminate range penalties and make sure that even if they try to disengage, you can get an attack of opportunity. You basically just get all in his business.
Okay.
So that's blade. So I'm gonna do here a roll of 19. Nice. And I'm going to go, and after doing the clinch, which is a simple action, I'm going to go on full defense.
All right. So basically you clamp back onto the wings and you get into close quarters where his sword, which is longer, becomes disadvantageous to your shorter vibro swords.
Yeah, and also make sure to quick draw my other sword as well.
Of course. It wouldn't be Shadowrun if there wasn't at least one dual wielding sword fight. Right.
On an airplane, which is great.
MC, you're gonna keep blasting. MC.
What's that?
Blasting.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. I did not hear that. You said it so fast. I was like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm still shooting him in the face.
14 dice.
14 dice?
Yeah.
God help us all.
All right, he can't dodge, but he can soak. All right, he takes 2 more he takes, Hikura passes out. Can I get the Windows shutdown sound?
I don't have it on here.
Okay,
I got-
Hikura, you just pass the fuck out unless you want to burn edge to hold on.
Oh, I want to burn edge to hold on.
All right, Hikura, you see spots everywhere, but something awakens inside of you, and it's like, no, you need to survive. You need to carry on the message. What do you do now that it's your turn?
I'd like to cast Nauseate on MC.
All right, I'm gonna assume you want to cast this on force that's so high that the drain does physical damage. So because that wouldn't make you pass out.
Sure.
Or you want to make this the strongest motherfucker you can make it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna roll for that.
I want him to be throwing up so badly. He wish he wasn't throwing up so bad.
All right, you cast force 14. Okay, MC, give me a body willpower check.
Body willpower? What?
Yep.
That's under common, right? Body willpower. Where is that located?
Common.
Common. Okay. So 5. Okay.
All right, you take 3 physical damage from the drain as blood starts to come out of your nostrils and seep through your mask.
All right. So yeah, I'd do that. It'd be 5.
Let me double check what that exactly does. I'm pretty sure I got the resistance check right though. Let's see, nauseate. Yeah, you resist. Sorry, you don't resist with the willpower. It's just straight body. So roll. Sorry, can you redo that? Just 2 dice.
Sure. Not like that would help, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did it not go through? It didn't go through.
Oh,
Alright.
Jesus.
Critical glitch. You start puking your guts out, MC, and you take. You take damage from this. Okay, no, you don't take any damage, but you're incapacitated due to vomiting for 3 turns.
Okay.
All right, corporate court dude is gonna use his other edge thing and try to slice you again, Teppo. What do you do? Oh, is he taking any penalty? Okay, yeah, so he's not trying to use his Nadachi anymore. Instead, he just, because you're up in his face, he just deploys a cyber spur from his power armor and tries to shank you with it.
All right. I'm going to do another edge here to succeed on pairing this, so it's going to be 19 plus 6, so 25.
Yep. All right. You managed to. So you want a right post now?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to right post. I'm going to use throw since I went on full defense. So I need to make an unarmed combat plus strength contested roll. If I succeed, I can throw him a number of meters equal to the hits I got.
All right. Eat him off this plane.
Yeah, it's contested though, so he also needs to roll unarmed combat plus strength. I have 20 for this.
Yeah,
So
16. Oh my god! All right, well, don't fuck it up.
Yeet!
All right, so basically you just tuck and judo flip him over your shoulder, and he just gets yeeted off the plane. He is yoked.
Wow.
So just wave bye-bye.
All right, Teppa, what do you do now?
All right, are all the guys off the plane now?
Yeah, all these motherfucking corpses are off your motherfucking plane.
All right, I'll drop both of my swords so they also have slings, and then I'll just draw my fucking Gauss rifle again and just look for targets.
All right, in the corner of your vision, you can see that MC and Hikura are locked in the battle of the nerds.
Battle of the nerds.
All right, I'm gonna skip ahead. All right, Hikura, it's your turn. You can see MC's doubled up, just puking his guts out all over the floor of your plane.
Hekura communicate with uses communicator to talk to our loving companion. That's not Mike.
You could always talk to me and tell everybody
no.
what the fuck you're doing over there.
So, he wants to comment to Teppo that our fake.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
Fucking bullshit.
Betray us. He has shot me. We need to get to the location.
All right, I'm gonna roll your con for you. Teppo, can you give me a judge intentions?
Sure. Let me just check what my value for that is.
I think it's.
I had 6 for that.
All right, get 3 hits.
That's my judge intention rolls.
Oh my god, MC is a fucking traitor. You need to kill. You feel the urge to kill him.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
With that, Hekura
All right,
wants
so
You
I-
100% believe Hekura.
all right, I'm gonna. All right, so what I need to roll to get back inside the plane without breaking everything?
I'm just gonna say it just takes another action. So you get back in the plane. All right, MC, you are you stop puking your guts out for you still feel like shit, but you're able to act again.
I straight up tell Tep, I'm like, he's going to sell us down the river once we land. He's already been in contact with whatever the fuck their name is, the high
Real
court.
convincing, whatever the fuck her name is.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's why else would I stop flying the plane to shoot you in the face? I don't make priorities for things like that. It's very ungentlemanly.
We're on our way to our safe location, and you're trying to betray us.
I have never betrayed another Shadowrunner in my entire career. This would be my first if this was the case, but it is not.
Roll leadership, MC. I'm gonna the bonus for what the bonus would be, but it offsets the penalty for Tepo fucking up his judge intentions.
Okay.
15 dice.
Okay. Damn. Ain't
All
no
right,
luck
Tepo,
tonight.
you're not sure who to believe. But Hekara, what do you do?
Hecker, I wouldn't do it.
I want to cast.
Wait again. So who
I'm flying the plane
It has an autopilot.
Yeah.
that I can disable. Remember, I am a hacker.
Can you
I'd
disable
like
it after
to,
you can disable you?
Can you?
We'll find out.
Can you cast spells without a person really knowing?
You bastard.
If you cast it at a low enough force, but that will cause you to take stun damage if you. So basically, you can, but it won't be very strong. If you fuck up the drain check, you're gonna have to burn your last edge to stay awake.
I'd like to cast influence on our buddy Tepo.
All right, he's in line of sight now, so you can do that. So you're gonna cast that at force. I think the limit is force 4. Okay, rolling for you here. Keep in mind this takes your wound penalty into account. All right, let's see. Influence 12. Oof. Okay, let me see here what Tepa's resisting this with.
I'll burn an edge. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can burn an edge to. Fuck it. All right. So let me re-roll your things.
is a composure to resist influence?
All right, now I'm going to roll your resist drain, but you've burned all your edge. So if you fail this, you fail this.
That's fine.
Okay, no, you don't take any drain. All right, so let me just double check what you have to do to resist this. Tepa, I want to make sure this is correct, considering we're dealing with some real important shit here.
oh yes.
Let's see, influence. You make a willpower check.
Okay, just straight willpower.
Just straight willpower.
Shit. All right. Not a lot of dice for that. Let's give it a whirl.
And penalties don't apply.
Oh yeah, fair.
This is good.
And what is the suggestion, Hector?
Sorry?
Let me just.
What
double
is
check.
your,
Yeah,
what is your suggestion? What's your hypnotic command?
Oh, let me. Sorry, it keeps cutting out when you're asking me for something.
What is the command you're giving Tepo?
Yeah,
Oh,
there has to be
very
something
much.
specific.
It would be save Hekara. The false elf is the traitor.
All right. Tepo, give me that willpower check.
God.
All right, Tepo. MC is a traitor. What do you do to traitors?
Detain them and keep them alive for further questioning and/or advanced interrogation.
All right. Well, that's what Hikura gets for not telling you to kill him. How are you going to subdue him?
I'm gonna roll gymnastics to fucking or running or whatever the fuck's the skill to just fucking run across the whole length of the plane without him like disabling anything first.
You're back inside the cabin. Remember?
Okay, so I'm gonna draw my fucking stun baton and just fucking clobber him over the head with it.
All right. The AZ, the troll-sized stun baton. Okay.
Correct.
Roll that. I think it's 15 dice, given your wound penalty.
So yeah, actually I have my for batons is 14, so it would be 13 total.
All right. MC, roll. Give me a 11 dice check to dodge.
Yep. Do I have any edge?
Yeah, you have one. Do you want to? Here, I'll let you act as if you'd done that from the start. So 16
Yeah.
dice on the edge check.
Okay. I was gonna say because I'm sitting here like, wait, shouldn't I be able to do something?
You should be able to have some edge, right?
All right, no, you still get hit. So you're gonna give me what kind of armor are you wearing, MC? Your trench coat?
I'm wearing the armored trench coat. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great, because that's a non-conductive one. All right.
AZ-150 is 7 strength, 7 plus strength energy.
No,
Wait, 7 stun energy.
It's 7 stun electric. So 7 stun, AP minus half. So you're rolling against roll 10 dice for me, Mike.
Got it.
Versus 7 damage. All right, you take 2 stun damage. You're not taking any wound penalties. It's your turn now, MC. Your street samurai / ninja is trying to security arrest you for no reason.
Not to be pedantic or anything, but since I have 4 initiative passes due to my fucking Bioware, so should I be like attacking like 2 or 3 other times for every other?
He has the same amount of passes.
Oh,
do.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Just want to be sure.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think I'm gonna be able to defeat Teppa. There's no way I'm gonna be able to. I'm gonna send him the message that Hekara made.
All right. Yeah, that would just be like an action.
Yeah.
And I'm going to assume you're just going on full defense.
Yeah.
This is still happening like anime speed hacker, so you don't get to act yet. Tempo, give me another willpower check as you see the message pop up in your HUD.
Any modifiers?
No, just straight up willpower.
1 hit.
Wow, you don't want to edge this. All right. It seems kind of weird, but no, he could have faked that. He's a hacker. It's your turn again.
I have never
Alright.
betrayed anybody at this point in any of the games we've played. Fuck this.
He doesn't know that.
I know that. No, I'm like, oh hell no. Oh hell no. I've been playing this game for so long, and then someone's gonna come in here and fuck with me.
All right.
How dare you? How fucking dare you?
All right. Instead of just
I am very greasy though, so fair enough. Yeah.
And instead of continuing to wail on him, I'm just gonna draw my fucking disgustingly souped up like Ingram smart gun, loaded with fucking stick and shock, draw on him, and then just go like, explain yourself immediately.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna explain to him. Exactly what messages I've gotten, and I will also relay to him all of the context that I have and my good reputation with the Shadowrun community, which I have. Oh, by the way, does Hekara have any of that? Fuck no, he don't have none of that shit. This motherfucker's
So-
using magic on your ass.
All right.
I would
Would that
like
be
to
adding
use-
like your street cred or something?
Fast talk while he's doing this to
Now-
try to.
Hold on, it's my turn. You sit your fucking ass down, little bitch. Listen here, you sit your ass down. All right, so here we go.
You see, you know that,
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No, that's okay. I'm having fun too, man.
No. I'm just I'm enjoying it. It's fine. So yeah. No, I just tell him like I have a ton of street cred. I have never done this before. This is just clearly him using his stupid cult powers on you.
Roll negotiation, MC.
You got it. What the fuck?
Of course,
Oh,
always
God.
turn on the cult member.
This is like,
Hector is like way more convincing, Tempo. You don't believe this.
oh my god! I had 15 dice too.
You can try, but you can try rolling willpower again.
Yeah.
No,
1 hit.
no.
This is just yeah. All right. I
MC Peter caught.
Shouldn't I be taking negative to all of my saving throws and things like that too?
no, you are. He's accounted
Oh,
for
okay.
it.
I
Yeah,
just want to make
you're
sure
good.
that Mike, you're getting a good chance to fucking shoot.
No,
me.
dude, I've had all the great chances. It's just the dice have literally, since I've been on this plane, have not been in my
okay.
favor except keeping it up. It's all good. It's all good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, do not feel bad. This is exactly the kind of shit Shadowrun's about. So you're good, dude.
Wait, hang on. What if you fucking No, you wouldn't be able to conference send Zach to vouch for you. That would be fucking hilarious, though. But like, you're running jammers and shit, and you don't want your shit.
Yeah, we don't want to be found.
Yeah. All right, Tempo, what do you do?
Since I obviously don't believe him, I'm going to try to fucking just continue to subdue him instead.
All right.
Stop resisting!
I'm not resisting. I'm literally. What's that?
If you're not resisting, then I'm just going to slap. Then I'm just going to slap.
I'm clearly going to try to dodge out of the way. Don't try to get ahead of yourself here. I don't want to actually get beat the fuck up.
No, he's trying to cuff you.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be like, whoa. I'm like, put my hands up. Whoa, man. Hey, look.
Roll unarmed combat, Teppo, and give me escape artist or escape artist MC.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd have to roll a 4 because that's all I got. I did not get out of. Yeah, I don't have any luck.
You're cuffed. Hekara, what do you do now that MC is cuffed?
Don't believe this fool. He's a liar.
Just lay it on to Teppo.
This guy's got like no.
Thank you, my friend. We will be
no
safe
fucking
now.
street cred having motherfucker.
Listen to these lies.
God.
He has betrayed, and you have saved the day. Oh, and if possible, I can't heal myself from the stun, can I?
No, you can't. You're gonna just you're gonna pass out now that the combat encounter is over. I'm just gonna rule that. So
It makes sense. Thank you.
Passed out. Does the influence still affect me?
yeah, it does because it was a one-time thing. It's not a sustained spell. It's just a one.
Okay.
So MC can try to talk you out of it, but it's going to be a lot harder.
He's gonna crawl
Well, he's
over
not
and
awake
strangle me
anymore.
in my
So you
sleep.
have a
Oh,
chance
I'm not gonna.
of getting influenced.
MC has no intention of killing Hekara. I even say that. I'm like, I do not want to kill this man. If I did, I would have loaded my explosive rounds. I would have shot him in the face with explosive rounds. I wanted to stick and shock him and find out why he wants to sell us down the river. He's using his stupid cult powers on you, and you handcuffed me, of all people, the one who actually was able to get us in a successful place, only to what? Convince everyone that I'm somehow the bad guy at the end? That makes no sense. This green stupid. I can't believe I even believed any word he said. Yeah, or negotiation. Okay, you got it.
Might want to edge this.
All right. Teppo, give me a willpower check. Yeah, no, MC is full of shit. I mean, do we even really want him to keep talking? I mean, I guess he is flying the plane, but what do you want to do now?
I am flying the plane.
I could fly the plane in his stead. Thank you very much. I'll just fucking
Oh, can
politely
you?
but firmly move him into the co-pilot seat and sort of put his hands behind the seat so he can't fuck with the controls as I take the reins of the plane.
Teppo, give me a perception visual check.
Sure. It would be how much do I have for that? 15, I think.
14, because of your wound penalty.
Yeah.
Also, MC, you try to wirelessly access the plane's controls, and it just goes access denied.
Okay. I thought I was
You know
already in.
this.
I was already in it though, but that's okay.
See,
Alright, so 7
no,
minutes.
Teppo's not able to access it. MC, you locked everyone else out of it, like you told me you would.
Oh, right. Okay.
Also, you notice there's a beep on Hekara's phone.
Go answer that beep. I just go look at your best friend's beep. Go look at your Lord and Master's little beeping phone over there. I'll keep the plane level. I don't want to die.
MC, give me an edge check to see what message it is.
How many?
Just edge. Just roll your edge rating. Which is like what, 4 dice?
Damn.
All right, Teppo, do you go and check your new best friend Hekara's phone? I mean, that's just kind of an invasion of privacy.
Well, he is currently passed out, so I mean, that's what friends do. Am I right? So I'll just fucking crab walk my way over there while keeping my gun trained on MC.
All right,
I'm with my handcuffs behind the seat. I just go, yes, I'm going to be so active in combat back here. You go ahead.
Well, remember, he is a hacker, so he's able to manipulate everything.
Yeah. So roll. Give me a willpower roll, Teppo.
Not that
Okay.
good of a hacker. Excuse me.
Oh, you think I'm gonna start arguing in your
Finally.
favor?
Hits.
Well, that's weird. There's a message that says, "Yeah, just please, okay, tell us where the drop-off point is, and we'll be ready." But it doesn't say who it's from. That's kind of weird.
All right. I'll fucking. Can I try to like verify the identity of the person myself?
You'd have to break into his phone, and you don't know how to do that, but your hacker does. You could also
All right. I'll ask MC to do it, but I'll warn him to not try to tamper with the information.
Of course. I look and I'm like, of course. I have no interest in any of this combat. The fact that he's trying to betray us, in like I trusted him. I feel so. I cannot believe that he would try to. No, not that he would try to do it to Teppo. Of course he would try to do it to you. That's the kind of person he is. But to me, of all people, to me, MC, how dare you? All right.
It's trivially easy for you to break into his phone.
Yeah. I just do that thing where I just like tilt my head to the side. I'm like, there, you're in. I don't even want to read it.
And so, who did it come from?
Mr.
What's
Johnson.
it really about? It's from who?
Mr. Johnson, and then there's messages about calling off their dogs in exchange for benefits to the cult and amnesty. Give me another willpower check.
Any bonuses since I'm doing like the whole mask off thing?
Yeah, 2. All right, that's enough to accumulate enough successes. You realize that Ekra is bullshitting you and MC is on your side.
All right, as Teppo just snaps out of it and says that, I probably he probably did something to me, didn't he?
Oh, most definitely. And I don't blame you. It's magic. It's not exactly my forte, and there's not much I can do about it. However, once you get these handcuffs off me, I'm probably going to disable whatever cyberware he might have inside of him. I don't wish for him to have any more further communication.
All right, I'll do that. I'll uncuff him if he promises to not hold any hard feelings about it, considering that I didn't try to immediately like cut his head off or something.
Oh no, yeah, you absolutely. And also MC was looking at getting some more street samurai for his little like he would add you as a contact. That's like his whole thing.
All right, so I'll uncuff him and then put some mage cuffs onto our passed out friend.
All right. So now what are
Call
you
me
gonna,
a friend. I appreciate that.
you gonna try to make it to Chicago still?
No, we're gonna change flight plans. What's a safer place we can go? Because he's already compromised us.
Do you have the politics knowledge, MC?
I believe he does. Let me double check his thing down here.
Give me-
I've
military knowledge applied to this, like going for like some abandoned base or maybe
No.
someplace
Yes.
that. Okay.
yeah. I don't have politics knowledge, so that would be up to you.
Yeah, well, you can go to the Manitou Rebel lands, which is a bunch of elf separatists in northern Canada.
I know enough about elf culture. Can I roll for that?
Yeah,
Yeah, let me roll that.
Just to make sure they're not going to immediately just kind of fucking decapitate us once we land or something.
you'd have to cut a deal with them, but hey, you're a face. That's what you do.
Yeah, I could easily cut a deal with them. Besides, I have a shitload of Nuyen. I could probably help them get whatever they need.
All right, well,
That's my whole job, really.
All right, give me a pilot check to just make sure the court doesn't just completely fuck
Oh
you
yeah.
wonky.
Oh yeah, Teppo, I'm sorry. Prepare for us to probably lose. This is my dice have been terrible tonight. Yeah, there we go.
Now what? 11's good. 11's decent.
I have 11 dice, but I only rolled a 1.
I'm gonna roll what the court's able to bullshit at the last second.
Would I be able to co-pilot and help him out?
Yes, you could roll your pilot
Okay.
check.
Okay, let's see here. I have just a reminder a dice pool of.
Come to Neo Miami.
That's also a valid spot because the Caribbean League doesn't give a fuck. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Managed to barely avoid it. So basically, like you get some bogeys on your tail, and then the Algonquin. Sorry, I forgot how that's pronounced. Air Force shows up and tells them to back off. And you manage to escape in the confusion. And as you start approaching Rebel airspace, your lock-on countermeasures is prevented, but you can tell that there's a bunch of surface to air missile sites. So a message gets beamed up to you. Who was the name of the Manitou Council? Shadowrun.
Also, it is pronounced Algonquin.
Algonquin. Okay. What's the name of the leader? All right. This is Raig Laura Hawksford. Identify yourselves or face our retribution.
This is MC, a Shadowrunner, with an unfortunate end to one of our current runs. However, I do have a boatload of things I could do for your organization if you would allow us to land and have safe harbor.
Give me a negotiation check.
Yeah, all right.
Would I be able to assist with negotiations by just like linking some footage of me kicking the ass of the HRT team or something?
Oh, yeah, the
Yes.
sweet footage.
Like, I see you are warriors. Do you have mil-spec weapons?
Oh,
What
I
can
can
you-
get you mil-spec weapons.
I just like fucking step into the webcam stream of me and like my full fucking Metal
rock
Gear
up and down the
Vengeance
runway.
setup.
Give us,
God.
give us that Gauss cannon, and we'll give you safe harbor, no questions asked.
I can get you another Gauss cannon. Well, you have 10 million new yen. You can get your a new one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really need it anymore.
Great.
It is, to be fair, it is worth like 42,000. Money isn't really a problem for me anymore.
All right, I'm going to give Hekura a body willpower check to try to wake up and fuck you up at the last second. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
But reminder, he is wearing mage cuffs, so it is going to be at a penalty at the very least.
All right, Hekura, you managed to clearly wake up, and the plane is starting to land. You can see both of your erstwhile comrades starting to head down the cabin, and you have these heavy cuffs over your hands, making it difficult to cast spells. What do you want to do? What's your like last ditch effort here?
Give me a moment.
Yeah, I was going to say, MC was never going to do anything to Hekra. He was just going to...
Yeah, but Hekura doesn't know that.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say, if he can't do anything, I'm just going to turn him over to the rebels, and then he could talk his way out. It's his own grave he dug. MC is not in the business of... I mean, Hekra could be a possible contact in the future.
I mean, double
MC
crossing is kind of part of the expectation in a way.
Yeah.
For a retirement level run like this, yeah.
Yeah, MC's that was a very, very good and very close thing that happened, but it doesn't mean that he still can't do business with him later. That is kind of
What
his
does
job.
Mass confusion do?
Mass confusion, it's not going to disable them. It's just going to make them be like, "Oh, what's going on?" for a little bit. And
We're just gonna be
crash-
high, sitting here eating chips.
Maybe cause them to crash the plane with you in it.
To be fair, he's gonna take this as an opportunity that he's gonna talk his way out of. Just as like, I will just be polite and talk my way when I land, when I have the energy to.
All right. So the plane lands on this frozen ass field, on this frozen lake in the middle of the boreal forest, and you see a bunch of elves wearing like native garb and carrying assault rifles surrounding the plane. You step out of the runway, and one of them approaches and holds out a hand for the Gauss rifle.
That would be your cue, Teppo.
Just hand over. Of course,
Alright.
I just hand over my Gauss rifle on the. I think 26 rounds I have left.
They take it and admires it. Yes, it says something in Algonquin, and walks off. So the leader approaches, and she's this, youthful. She's a fucking elf, Native American lady, and basically to cut it short, she asks, "Who are you running from?"
Oh, just
Let's just be straight up, I guess.
yeah. I'm like, oh, just the United Government, thinking that they can run everything, including you. We may have made them a little bit upset, but I'm sure we can work it out. And it seems like you're looks around, nice people. I believe I can work out a deal to get you more weapons for your kind hospitality.
Hooker is just gonna laugh. Kind hospitality.
We'll do it, but you're going to have to hide out in the either the Arctic Circle or the deep dark hills of West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, the deep dark hills of West Virginia, and he's like, well, as long as they have boxed wine there, I don't really care.
Well, for some of them, that could probably be arranged.
Oh, most definitely.
So you're going to basically be running. So the Appalachian Exclusion Zone is basically, it's most of West Virginia and southeastern Ohio and Eastern Kentucky and Tennessee, which has just been devastated by environmental disasters and spooky magic anomalies. So it's basically a no-go zone, like a Z zone, but rural, where there's a bunch of fucked up mutant animals, but there's also a lot of people going in there for magic to find and seal magic artifacts or secret corporate black sites in there, the whole shebang. So basically, I'm guessing that MC's goal now is to just go and set up there and run his network out of some hidden base there. Is that right?
Dude, he was running his shit from the Barrens, so this is probably not too much different other than they're just more animals outside. Like, he's just like, all right, well, this seems like a better place than any.
More
Yeah,
gold, Your Majesty.
There we go. See, more gold.
Yeah, you're going to be on
MC
the
will live among the possum people.
Temple would just be in company because he needs the muscle, and they're kind of stuck together anyway. So he'll help serve as muscle, while MC can serve as the face until they can, eventually part their ways.
The heat is eventually going to die down. The corporate court's going to have more high priority.
Gold, Your Majesty.
At least a year, you're going to be hungered down.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
Temple basically grew up in a hole filled with shurikens and knives, so he's fine.
All right. So and so then they asked what to do about the weird blotchy elf in the back.
Well, he tried to use. Be careful. He knows some magic. He tried to use it to, make us fall into the hands of the government. I'm sure.
So he's a traitor?
Nothing like that. No, just confused. I'm sure you can figure out some amenable situation for him. He has good contacts, and I believe he means well. He just tried to cross me, and I admire that.
I've got to know
You're very merciful for Shadowrunner.
kids.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. What'd you say, Go?
Sorry.
You're merciful for a Shadowrunner. Most would just kill without hesitation.
I
Well,
know
it's
I
hard-
would.
Yeah, he just goes, well, ma'am, it's easier for me to be able to make contacts when they're alive. You never know when your enemy will become your friend.
I see. We'll arrange for your extraction in 3 days' time. All right. So fast forward, like a couple days. You're in your. What kind of base would it be? Like a ghost town, or would it be like a cabin in the woods?
Oh, it'd be like one of those like towns that have just like a gas station, a Starter Shack, and that's pretty much like they have that. They have like a mom and pop diner that has food that's probably not been like vetted by the FDA, and like just basic town hill stuff. But yeah, he'd be up in like your standard run of the mill mountain man, like shack, not shack, but like a
suffer shack that's been converted into a housing unit.
that, or it could be a just a trailer.
Yeah. All right. So fast forward, you're hiding it. Like you can hear country roads being blared by the neighbors, and you're sitting in your trailer with your feet up on your phone making deals. In the distance, you can see some mutant possums just like at each other and like
Yeah, they're just
spitting out acid at a passing wolf. And you're just setting up your network, right? That's what you want to do.
Oh, I'm making deals with enough people and using contacts and kind of making sure that the contacts aren't telling them exactly who I am or what I'm doing. Just basically like a fixer who can get the best of the best of espionage, even though he's located in the hills.
Yeah. Well, are you going to adopt a new identity for this, or is it still going to be MC?
Oh, it's MC is for this. He's going to have a totally different identity. MC is the identity he uses if he has to ever meet face to face.
All right. So MC is like a lieutenant. So what's the identity for this new crime lord guy?
Oh, I'm not. I don't know. I didn't really think about it.
So that way we don't know the player. We don't know immediately who it is when he appears in the next Shadowrun game set in the tri-state area of Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania.
Onto the tri-state area.
So it's like CM. Like, oh yeah, that's totally not him.
And Tempo, you're just gonna hang out and
I basically like the fucking muscle that just sits in the corner of like the fucking saloon / trailer. Just making sure if shit pops off that only MC and I are the guys still standing by the time we walk out.
Occasionally going out and hunting fucking mutant critters for fun.
Yeah, basically.
All right, and Hekara, you are eventually you wake up and you're in the custody of the Manitou rebels, and they tell you about the righteousness of their cause and that they're fighting to have an elven homeland in the heart of the frozen north. A people of spirit, a people of true nature, not who won't destroy Mother Earth like the rest of the country does. And they ask if you will join them.
My brethren, I can say that I have fought through the Amazon, and though I have been accused of such gracious crimes, I know my heart still beats for the Elven nation. I will gladly work for you. And
All
just
right.
got that $10 million smile once again.
All right. Yeah, they're making you swear oaths and shit with like magical precautions if you.
Ah, sure, whatever hippie crap they want to do.
Oh no, it'll actually fuck you up. It's horrifying, but
That's
this
okay. He'll find a way out of it.
this is your life now for the foreseeable future. But is he going to try to slink out of there, or is he going to just stick with it for at least the next couple of years?
How much does he know about how this is actually going to affect?
Well,
He's going to do every card he can to try to get out of the most. He wants to live, but he's going to sleaze, try to manipulate, try to negotiate lesser terms, things like that. Get back to his people so he can help.
All right, you can get back to your people, but like with the deal off from the corporate court, they didn't exterminate them because they're not worth exterminating. But a lot of them died. Their safe house in Snohomish was destroyed, and they're basically they have to go full exodus out of there. So where's a new homeland for your people?
I think the north, this area, could be a fine foundation for future works together. I will stand with these. Basically, he wants to now start thinking about making a cult in this area.
All right, yeah. Well, the Manitou are kind of distrustful because your cult is multiracial. But you want to try to push the matter anyway?
Push the matter in what way? Sorry.
Or do you want to try to convince them to let your cult in?
Yes. Oh, very much so. The rejoining of nations, yada 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 bullshit.
Great. Okay, so you managed to get them done, and most of them are gone by or dropped out of the cult or arrested or whatever. But many of them do make it all the way up to the frozen north. And beyond the shadows, I'm going to roll for Karen, see how well she does.
See if she actually gets fucking elected.
All right, so Karen her campaign actually begins to pick up speed, and she starts to become a serious contender for Seattle Metroplex governor. And the grid system is implemented first in Seattle with its Emerald grid, with its Emerald City grid, and then later on throughout the rest of the world, the matrix is cordoned off into grids. However, they're not able to get rid of the public grid, which anyone with any wireless device can access. The connection is shit. The media products are at least 3 seasons out of date, but it works. And even with the new protocols they set up for the new wireless matrix, the corporations aren't able to quite agree on how to do it. And they all build their own backdoors and exploits. And of course, that funnels back into the street. So cyber decks become a thing again, but they're not the only way to hack, and they don't end up being prohibitively expensive and controlled. Where Danielle de Lamar's political career will go is something we're not going to find out until later. But for now, the time of 2072 is past, and the Matrix is no longer the same, but the shadows change, as they always do. And that's the end of our Shadowrun 4E Season 1. Next time we do this, we're going to run 5th edition, set in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and West Virginia. It's going to be a street-level game. But before we get into that game, we're going to be running some Rogue Trader. So stay tuned for that. We'll give some further announcements on that once it's all set up. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming to watch this. Thank you to all my players for participating and contributing. This has been a great run.
Yeah, this was a run throughout an entire year. We had been playing since early 2020.
Yep, and it was a run through an entire calendar year in the universe as well.
So yeah, this has also been a really cool and interesting setting. More than not more than Vampire, but like very similar to Vampire in the way you run it. And I look forward to seeing where we go with the trailer park run. But yeah, I've never played Rogue Trader, so I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
You're in for a treat.
Yep. It's going to be like Star Trek, except you're encouraged and expected to do war crimes.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. Great. I think that's it then.
All right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow evening with more Star Trek. I told the guys this in our group chat, but I'll tell you guys out there. But I originally was only going to do one more session. I'm actually going to do 2 more sessions. So tomorrow and then one afterwards, because the content I wrote, I'm like, I don't think that they'll get through all of it tomorrow without rushing it. I don't like rushing anything. Because there's some stuff that I was just writing and I was like, this is too much fun. We're going to have to do 2 more. So, yeah, we'll do 2 more. And then, yeah, that'll be it for Star Trek. And then we'll come back with another tabletop game entirely different, we'll say. But, yeah, thanks a lot for joining us. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening for more Courtesy Flush. Take care and have a good evening.
Good evening. Remember, shoot straight, conserve ammo, geek the mage first, never ever cut a deal with a dragon, and don't buy CGL products. Bye.